But there's no, the hitboxes are definitely scaled too, because there's like some places, because like where you get to shoot the doors is different,
Right.
and
Maybe it's some
also
things and not
there's some
others.
things that are also models, like water is a model, not a geometry,
Wait,
and
water is a model and not a geometry? Or in some places and not everywhere?
all water,
Oh, okay. Fine.
just the way water is stored. So like the water is also scaled, which has weird effects, like
Oh,
the
does that affect the
water.
gravity suit then?
Well, it makes it so the water ends up being like way higher or lower than normal,
Uh-huh.
and or like not reach the bottom, and all sorts of just really weird things. And yeah,
Yeah. Alright,
yeah,
what we're gonna do.
it's pretty wacky.
Gotta do some sound check here, because this could be extremely loud and blow all our ears
He
out.
when he went to the flight incinerator drone, like a guy who gets
Uh-huh.
bombs.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know, like there's like acid rain on the ground, or like acid or whatever at
Is
the very
there?
bottom. Yeah, just like it's in some cracks on the floor. You can't
Oh.
normally touch it. But that scaled huge, and he entered the room, and the acid was like over his head. And the
Did it
entire
kill him?
fight, he's just like sitting in acid, like trying to fight this guy that's like on a timer, a
Yeah,
random
that's so
timer.
good.
Yeah. And I was like, this is how Zoid intended this fight to be.
That's why the acid is even there.
Yeah, that's why there's even acid in the room. It's you're supposed to just like come in and like barely survive, kill a wasp, but keep going. Anyways, he died very quickly. I assume he's gonna come back later.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like literally in the process of putting people in the divisions, he just got through G.
Oh, he does it like by hand?
Apparently.
What the fuck?
It's like 500 people and he's just going through them, yeah. So,
Wow, that's
I mean, I guess it's
surprising.
accurate. More accurate that way.
Is it? Just
I would
human
say so.
error.
Well,
Just
he probably
labeling.
has a better idea of what he's looking for then. Because
Yeah.
there's like a lot of, like, there's a lot of
Factors, yeah.
variables, dude.
It just seemed like since this is something that's they like what had like 10 of these or
This is the
something.
10th.
Yeah. You think by now they would have had some sort of like system that just like let it keep
I'm
going.
sure he has, like, maybe, I don't know, maybe he, like, just runs it through a program that puts people in a division and then he, like, hand checks to make sure that it makes sense.
Just like I don't know, ask the guy
No,
if he
I told him I'm gonna, I mean, I told him I'm just gonna play it as Gruesrunner because that's who I signed up as. I didn't want to give him any trouble or whatever.
but like
But
in the future you want to just like permanently change it.
yeah, so well, I mean, I wouldn't be able to transfer anything. Like you just can't. They don't allow that.
Yeah, that
Uh,
sucks.
but I mean, I don't care. I'm not gonna do any anyway. But I made sure to tell him so that any fishy business was not fishy business. Dude, we're just gonna play easy songs. That's what the day is. I've gotten 23 triple A's today this morning when I streamed as Modest Ralts from like the start.
Nice.
Just like all the easy songs, gajillions of triple A's. I was on the top of the list, most triple A's today, this morning. Not sure anymore. Someone has like 30 or so. Dude, this is still really loud. I turned it down. But anyway, yeah, I guess that means I'm going to be playing like 30 difficulty or so and higher. I'll probably go up into 40s or 50s for the later rounds. I don't really know what the difficulty ranges are, but that definitely puts me in a position where I'm not likely to be able to do excellently, you know? That's whatever, though. I'll do as much as I can, I guess. I guess being put in second division means there's less people I'm competing against, though. Because, you know, the divisions get way smaller as they go up.
Yeah. Dude, I'm going crazy trying to get this stupid thing.
The W split?
Just W split.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm gonna call it that for, like, forever.
Well, I'm trying to do something just adding, like, custom options and stuff. And one of the things I'm trying to add is, like, a color button, you know? Like, have you used Last Split at all?
No, I've never used it, dude. I still have, like, W split, like, 1.0.
Yeah, I think I tried it out.
No.
Well, there's like little buttons you click and it opens up like a color prompt to like edit.
It's like W split. All right, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it works slightly different in this one, just
fair
enough.
Like,
the way it's displayed. But mainly because I think it uses like Windows Form stuff. I don't think W split does. But the thing is that like I can't get it to work.
Like the default thing, like the actual thing that's supposed to work.
No, like I copied the original code and that worked. I was like, alright, let's duplicate it, and then it doesn't work.
Oh, you're like trying to duplicate the color picker?
Yeah, no, so I'm using the, like, I'm trying to add options so you can also set the setting for
I see, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
you're trying to add to it?
Yeah, so I copied it.
And you just copied it, it's not working as copied?
Yeah. Like, there's a button, you click it and it does nothing.
That's spectacular. Is it like referencing the wrong thing?
I have no idea. How would I know?
I don't know, look at the code.
Dude, I've been staring at the code.
Dude, I'm terrible. God dang it. But yeah, the tournament starts on Wednesday. And I'm not sure if that's Wednesday morning, midnight, or Wednesday night, midnight, you know?
Bro, you have a lot of time to do it.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a week or something?
Yeah. It's a week per round. But I don't know if I'm gonna, like, wanna practice this song to, like, learn it and spend a bunch of time on it, because I don't know.
Dude, alright, let's just do this. If this doesn't work, I don't even fucking know. Actually, it's a good chance it doesn't work. Yeah, it didn't work.
So, last week, I had to write a parser. I don't know if you saw that giant trail of tweets, me talking about writing this friggin' parser. But that ended up being like 1,500 lines from scratch, pretty much, of C++ code, and it was... I pretty much wrote it in one sitting. It's like, god dang, I wanna die. Rip.
Can't be used another program.
Dude, why am I bad?
I was waiting for this like whole time it's still saving. Why isn't it working?
You're not compiling or something.
Yeah. Or like I'm copying it the wrong direction. Yeah. Because I like had to compile it into a class file and then copy it over into like the Lisplit folder and then like the open.
Oh, that's
Lisplit.
annoying.
Yeah, it's like it's a pain. I can't like I don't really know any way to run it directly.
You could write a makefile and then make it do it automatically, but
Dude, I don't have time for that crap.
please. That's what makefiles are for.
Yeah, but oh god, this is so dumb. I have no idea why this isn't working.
Speaking of makefiles, I ended up leading this like impromptu exam review session for like 2.5 hours this evening. Friggin' people pounding me with questions about C++ and makefiles and crap. It's exhausting. Is this code segfault? I don't know. Why don't you run it and find out? Finally, dude. That took long enough.
I'm trying to remember where you see the event view. Oh wait, event viewer. Cause like all the error logs just go into the Windows event viewer, so I just have to like go through there and try to figure out if I can.
Visual Studio?
If you know, in Lisplit, it's running Lisplit.
Wait, there's a log file, or there's...
No, there's no log file. It just goes into the event viewer. Like,
where the heck is that?
Dude, just link up the Windows event viewer.
Alright. What else gets printed there?
It's just errors.
From, like, whatever you're running?
Errors, I think, like, a lot of programs go there, actually.
Have you seen anything else pop up? No?
I mean, I just go in here occasionally, like, I get really confused.
I see.
Because, like, there's no real good way to print stuff and errors, and
Sure.
there's no print out, like, log message, so I just, like, just edit things and hope to get a visual, like, response.
Right, and if nothing happens, then you're confused.
Yeah, and, like, there's some really weird... Because a lot of times when there's errors, the program doesn't crash, it just keeps going.
Yeah.
So you have to really hard to figure out, like, when something's
Right.
not working.
Right.
Like, I think everything was perfectly fine, except for there's, like, some out-of-bounds thing, and, like, there's a part of it just crashing, but just keeps going anyways. And so, like, a lot of things aren't updating properly, and you're just like, what's going on? I have no idea what. And like, oh, apparently there's, like, one thing over here is, like, the issue.
Fix your code.
I'm not seeing any errors being picked up, actually. I mean, there's always a bunch of errors, but most of them are like like remote server timeout stuff.
What the heck are you running a remote server?
It sets up like livesplit.web.srl.speedrunslive API.getGameImage.
It actually has that?
Yeah, there's like a lot of stuff where it'll like grab images off of sites for your
Dude,
game image.
it's no wonder friggin' people are getting viruses from it.
Fucking SRL.
Yeah, dude. I mean, not just that, but like in general, if it's like pulling random crap off the web.
No, it doesn't get off the web. I think it gets it from Twitch generally. I think I'm kind of confused. Apparently, it gets images off SRL.
Is that like a default thing?
You have to like say import like yourself. It's like a button.
Oh, I
there's-
see.
Yeah.
Where does that show?
There's like a list of games and like categories for every game and stuff like that. Which I don't know where. I think it pulls those from SRL, but I'm not completely sure.
So
where
what you're
it
trying to
gets-
tell me is that LiveSplit is actually a distributed leaderboard.
Yes. Yeah, basically. There you go. You can actually get like other people's times too.
That's pretty wacky, dude.
No, it's even better. Like if you join a race with SRL, then like SRL will create a remote server. I think it's hosted by like the site. I think they're talking about setting up something with Karnaki's site. But
Wait, like it'll
basically,
start your timer?
Well, no. It don't
That would be
does-
cool.
Actually, I think it does.
If RaceBot starts your LiveSplit?
I think it does.
That's crazy, dude.
No, but it gets better. You can compare your time against other races.
Is there components for that? That seems messy.
It just uses regular components. Is there an additional comparison? There's like another comparator. Like no, you can like change your comparator in like WSplit. Like so there's another comparator.
So there's just a checkbox. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, and you can choose someone to race against, basically compare against. And it only does it for like things where you have the same splits basically. So you have like something where your split names are different, then it just ignores them basically.
It just crash or does it?
No, it doesn't compare.
It just doesn't
like
show.
an empty comparison for those.
Yeah.
basically.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So you can tell like when you're ahead and behind and like where you saved and like past each other and such.
Or
It's
you
like
could
exactly-
lie and hit your split really late to fool your opponent.
Yeah. I don't know if it starts and stops the timer with RaceBot, but that would make sense. Like
Yeah.
when you join it, like you join the, like you can join races and create races like from LiveSplit. Like you don't even have to go in, it like opens up an IRC. And like you can get like a list of all like the active races and stuff.
Hello?
Hello.
Someone's in chat.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cool actually.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. Not that it matters to me, but
Alright, well I have no idea. There's no errors like showing up, so it's not like some like weird like index out of bound or like identified thing. It's just you click the button and nothing happens.
I don't know, dude. Can you make the button do something else? Can you make the button close the program? That's a good way to debug. That's my favorite method of debugging. Just like throw in exit 0 all over the place, and whenever it closes, you know where you hit. You hit code.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, by the way. That's a horrible way to do it, but you know.
There's not a lot of things I can do.
Yeah.
I just have no idea what's wrong. I'm just sitting here like I just been staring at this for a while. There's certain things. Did you see my stream today, by the way?
No, I was busy all day.
Oh, okay. So I wrote some more stuff for the component. You can make it so that it always hides the subsplits, like no matter what.
Okay.
Even if you're on it, it hides it. And you can also make it so that it always shows the split. So like it basically disables subsplits, but still has like indentation and stuff. And then you can also there's an option to make it so you only see the section you're in, so hides like all other sections.
Did you ever figure out the scrolling?
Oh yeah, I got that.
What was the solution to that?
Oh, you
Like the
mean
partial splits?
Oh no, I didn't get that word.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
Test Runner's working on live split or a live split component. Dang it, dude.
But I'm waiting for the Miss Perfect. But let's see. Yeah, I don't know. There's certain things I want to do that I can't like I know there's a bug with the alternating splits, and I just don't know. Oh yeah.
Alternating splits? What does that mean?
First of all, the new things I added, the idea was that if you had 2 copies of like subsplit component in, you can make it so one is like always hiding the subsplits, and one of them is only showing the current category or the current section. Sorry, and so that way you have like. You kind of have like the subsplits, but instead of like being like in line in the timer, it's like separated out.
Right.
Does that make sense?
I think so.
I don't know. You pull up my like a VOD from my previous streaming, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But yeah, the problem with the alternating color thing is that basically the way alternating colors works is that like most things in live split, there's no intention of like splits like appearing and disappearing in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So the way it works is there's like 2 colors, like an up and down color basically, and like the up color is for all the odd splits and the down color is for all the even splits.
Okay.
The problem is like if there's like splits being hit in the middle, then you might have like 2 like major splits next together that are like both up or both down. If there's like an odd number of subsplits in between them.
Mm-hmm.
So
do you like insert a fake one or something?
Well, I can set the colors. Like I can like write some code and probably like fix it up so that I can change behavior, how it determines which one's up and which one's down. The question is, I don't really know what I want the behavior to be.
Sure.
That's what like I'm trying to decide. I'm not sure.
Well, you don't want the subsplits to just be one color and the main
So
splits to be another?
I'm gonna add a feature so that you can customize the subsplits to be like you can color them, like you can customize them. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it so you can make the subsplits like a different alternating. So like a different alternating or like gradient or whatever, and so on and so forth. But I do want the idea that if they are like the same gradient, like you have them together and if you're not overriding, then there should be some global behavior. And I guess what I had in mind is that every split that's up should become down, and every split that's down should become up. So like the actual split should like just alternate, irregardless if they're subsplits or not. If that makes any sense.
Sure.
So that way it looks like just the colors change, but it also means that the splits might be changing, like the individual like splits might be changing.
Oh, as things expand.
Yeah, they'll be changing, like up to down, like sometimes, which like would look weird. And I don't know, like I don't know if that's behavior I want or not. So I've been like trying to like figure that out, and I don't really know still.
Dang, dude.
Yeah. And determining like going through and like if I think about them separate, figuring out like which splits are up and down is actually a little tough. I don't know.
Yeah. Dang it. Also, hello, Bobby. I don't know what the what is in reference to, but I guess my answer is I don't know. Who is this? I am the only one / the only 0 / the only O / only, also known as the Slasher, also known as Modest
literally
Rawls,
everyone.
also known as Goose Runner, also known in some circles as Adam Malkovich and Admiral Dane.
Dude,
And I'm talking to Test Runner.
dude, you know, I mean, there's so many people from your team. It's like they like keep misidentifying you as like everyone.
I know. When I'm like on Mumble with you, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, is this Fino? I thought Fino was dead. Oh, is that ZFG? God, I'm terrible. Dang it.
All your alts come to light.
Oh, are you coming from the FFR page? Dude, I'm bad. Cause yeah, I'm signed up for the tournament as Goose Runner, and I just made a new account, which is what I'm playing on right now.
Yeah, dude, I'm going insane. I have literally no idea what's going on.
Dude, dang.
Dude, this Flographite is broken.
No, it's Modest Rawls. Also, I'm gonna... dude. Where is my refresh button? I failed. I don't think it's saved. Oh, look, Cadspin. Yeah, Modest Rawls.
Oh, I haven't seen Catspin around in a while.
I'm just playing songs. I'm like not too terribly focused at the moment, so you're just gonna be watching me reset pretty much on songs, but that's okay.
Do you know which songs you'll be doing, by the way?
They're new. Like, they're released for the tournament as the round comes out, yeah.
Are they like only up for tournament or are they up forever?
I do not know.
Okay. I actually really like that. Like having,
Yeah. Everyone has the same amount of time to learn the song. Everyone has the
Yeah.
same amount of time to try to get a score on it.
And one thing that'd be kind of funny is like you had only one shot. Just like
Yeah, that's how I thought it was initially too. I'm like, alright, dude.
It's like, how good are you at sight reading? Let's go.
Go back to one-time speed. They're up forever. Yeah, that's what I figured. Actually, I should have known that because someone told me that if I had joined the previous tournament or whatever, I would have played X song, and I searched for X song and I had played it already. I was like, alright. So yeah, I guess I stay up. And I think that's... So it's like 7 divisions, right? So there's like 7 new songs every round. And I'm sure you can play any division's song, you just only get scored on your own.
And like, how many rounds is there? Like
8?
5?
I think it's 8. Because I want to say that like the last 4 rounds are probably single elimination at a time.
You said, I think the prize is like the top 3 or something like that?
Cash prizes, yeah, but you get tokens and crap for like top 16.
Like, is it, do you know if ties ever happen?
Yeah, so if there's a tie, they put up a tiebreaker for 24 hours.
Oh.
It's another new song, apparently.
Interesting.
But if tiebreakers occur on rounds where prizes aren't an issue, then they'll just put all the tired people through and they'll just eliminate an extra person the next round.
Okay.
You had to unlock it during the tournament? Your computer crashes half... Well, here's the thing. If that happens, because FFR doesn't, like, store anything about your play until the song is over, so you'd have infinite retries. It's just once you finish the song...
For the end,
I mean, that's what I've been doing right now. I'm only getting the 1 AAA is what's counting towards my score.
Rank 1.
Yeah. Rank 0, dude. That apparently used to be a thing. If you site write a song into a AAA, you'd get a rank 0. Not that it actually stored as that, but it doesn't say that anymore.
You can also just reset until you get it.
Yeah, which is what I've been doing, yeah.
Yeah. Also, rest in peace, the rainbow flag.
Yeah, apparently that doesn't show up anymore. I asked about that. I was like, I want to see the friggin' Omni flag. Like, I would try real hard to get one of those if it actually showed up.
Well, I guess you just need to gain black flags.
Yeah. Oh, I'm bad. That was actually my fault.
Chozo ghosts are pretty big. Not too surprising. There's some like horrendously huge enemies in some places. I'm just like kind of curious what happens when you go to like.
Dude, I want to see friggin' the Metroid Prime be like a little bug on the floor. Like step on it.
The final form is like literally just a squid.
It's like a pixel, a 3-dimensional pixel, a friggin' voxel, dude.
There's probably like a limitation on like the scale.
Yeah, I would guess so.
It's probably like 50%. It's probably like a quarter to 4 times or like something. I don't know.
Friggin' Omega Pirate, like 10 times the size.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Like, a pirate like bigger than the room.
The giant Omega Pirate. Omega Pirate version 2.01.
The Omega Pirate.
Yeah, the Omega Pirate. The Mega Pirate.
I felt stupid. My professor posted the answers to the exam, and like, there was a question on there that he saw the answer. Was like, oh, dumb. That's so stupid. It was like a question. It was like, I didn't even think about it, which I guess I was supposed to. And the question was, true, false. All open sets are not closed.
Oh, empty set, right?
Yeah, I forgot empty set and the entire real line.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, and I was like, I completely forgot about that. And I was like, no. So I got that wrong for sure.
Yeah, they're not complements of each other. Not exactly.
No, but Stu, I think in class last time, he like randomly, we were talking about like open coverings and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, what is the definition of an open set? Like something we had gone over already, so I like started.
What was what was your definition of open set? Because I know there's multiple definitions.
So I think our definition of open set is that there exists a sequence of the set that converges to a number outside the set.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. And I said that, and he's like, well, you also could just say it's not closed. I was like, oh, yeah, I guess.
Okay.
But I don't know why you said that, because that completely threw me off today.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Dang it. I think we had a slightly different definition. It was something along the lines of, like, every point has a open ball around it or something like that.
Yeah, that's another way you can do it. Yeah.
But we did define closed sets in terms of convergent series.
Yeah, I think that's how we did too. I think for like closed sets we define as convergence, and like for open sets we define it as some sort of like.
Well, that's actually what it means, right? It closed like literally means it's like closed under convergent series.
Yeah, yeah, and like, but instead of open, just same opposite definition. I think he defined it as like you said, there's like some sort of like interval around it, basically. Thing, yeah.
Which class is this?
Real analysis.
Okay, I haven't taken, but I took set theory, just like general set theory. So.
Yeah. Yeah, well, right now we've been. I don't know why we've been spending just a lot of time on like set theory stuff, which is not what I expected.
That's fine though. Easy.
Yeah. I mean, we like also did some like, we proved like countability and etc. etc.
Yeah.
I was like really weird. It's like showing up. We just kind of mentioned that because it wasn't really that important.
Well, I mean, in real analysis, you want to know that the reals are bigger than the integers or whatever, I guess.
Yeah, like we should already know that going into.
Yeah, it's true.
But we went ahead and like proved it in like a minute or whatever, and showed how you can prove things are rational or irrational, and
yeah.
But one of the questions on the exam was if x is what was it? If x is irrational, then the square root of x is also irrational, and so I just said prove that. So that was pretty easy.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
I there's different. I saw the way he examined. He proved it differently. Like they did a whole thing with convergence and did square root x times the square root of x, and they like the product of limits.
Sure.
And I was like, when I saw, it, I was like, what? Where is this? Like, how do you like come up with this? But like when I was like thinking, I was like, all right, let's say not. Let's say the square root of x is rational.
Right. Yeah. That's.
And then it's
always
like,
a
all right,
good-
then there exists some like basically p squared q squared, which would imply that
Right. Yeah.
implies that x is also rational. So it was like I was like, all right, this is like really easy. Yeah.
What do I normally stream? Well, recently, I guess I would say when I go back to quote unquote normal streams, it'll pretty much be the equivalent of just some bad Let's Plays. And or Zelda Classic, which is really just some bad Let's Plays. But yeah, if you don't know what Zelda Classic is, go look that up.
You're probably better. I mean, I would say you're a lot better at Zelda Classic than the average like
Player,
player.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone wants me to stream Zelda Classic, dude.
Yeah. Dude, they're a lot of fun.
Everyone wants me to stream Etrian Odyssey too. God dang.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've literally gotten PMs from people like, when are you gonna stream Etrian Odyssey 2 100%? I'm like,
Give me the database and I'll do it.
yeah, give me the route, also pay for my tuition, and get A's for me, and then I'll consider it.
No, I mean there isn't even like a database for you to like use your like thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, I have to write that.
Yeah.
Oh, the reason I have so many total views is because I'm just ancient. I've literally been around since Ustream, which obviously doesn't contribute to the total views on this stream, but you understand what I mean.
You also like average a lot more than now.
No, yeah, I when I've been playing, I used to, when I did Zelda Classic, I'd average like 70 to 100 viewers, like a year or so ago.
Also, back when you did Mario Galaxy, I think that's probably like when you used to get the highest.
Way back when I did Mario Galaxy, I don't know, dude. Like when I did like 2 runs, dude, and I got like 200 viewers the one time.
You doing Galaxy, like you would get like 10. So...
Right, because I was just doing practice, and I was on Ustream.
No, but I mean even on Twitch. I think like when you're first on Twitch.
Right.
I don't remember you getting that much.
I didn't. But I did like a run, and then boom, 200 viewers. It's like, okay, hello everybody.
The secret raid.
Maybe.
Dude, I woke up this morning and I opened my follower list and there's literally no one on it except our Twitch Play Pokemon, which I still can't
Wait, they're
lie.
still streaming?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
I don't even watch.
I mean,
I
I
just
don't
like
e-
have. Let's see. What are they streaming right now? They are streaming. Stadium 2. It says.
Oh, that's fun. Is it they have like the salty bet stuff up?
Let me see. I'm gonna open the chat up or their stream up. I was just looking at their thumbnail.
Yeah.
Oh god, ads.
Loud.
No, I've been muted. I just need to wait for them. I got like 2 frames of stream and then
Yeah,
ads.
that's how it goes.
Yeah. But these are better like playing right from the start. It used to be that like
I'll take that.
I would start a stream and it's like I had to wait for the ad to play before I say hello so I can hear like the response or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's like I'm waiting, I wait like a minute and I'm like, alright, guess I'm not getting an ad, and I say hi, then immediately ad. Like instantly ad. It's like the ad waits until you like type in chat.
It does, dude. That's how it works. Didn't you know?
Yeah, dude, they still have the salty bets. That's awesome.
I never like understood how in the world that was going on, but I remember it was a thing.
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome.
Speaking of Pokemon, this is a Pokemon song.
So is it like not?
I don't know.
Dude, is it like not Twitch plays anymore?
I don't know.
Like I don't see like messages.
Dude, yummy, delicious, black flags. Black flags everywhere. Actually, that was just one black flag, but you know.
Oh dang, that's so awesome.
I
So
think
when
they bet in
everyone's
stream,
salty
right?
that's scrolling by, it has like their like last said message in chat too next to it. And it's like live updating. It's actually a pretty legit system.
I bet.
Yeah, I don't really understand the whole like Twitch plays thing anymore because they don't seem to be playing.
Sure.
Like, I guess they just have all computer controlled. Is that even a thing in Pokemon's?
Stadium? I think so.
Okay.
I don't know if you can pit two computers against each other, but
Oh, then like I wonder how it works.
I mean, I'm sure there's a way to make it that you can, though.
Yeah, they might.
You know,
just
be it
hack
if you hack it. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say. Dang. Dang, dude.
Oh, moves are decided by a weighted random number generator, and it's weighted by the total bet on that user select that particular move.
So it's like horse betting.
Horse betting doesn't.
Horse racing, I mean.
Does betting on horses like affect the race?
Oh, I guess not. But it affects the bet.
Yeah.
You never mind. I'm stupid. Just
Yeah, I don't know if that works this way in this or not. I assume it does, just because that's generally how salty bet works. But they're saying they choose the move based on like how popular that move was.
yeah. Okay. So it is Twitch plays. Twitch votes.
Yeah. It's
Twitch
a weird, interesting system.
weighted random votes.
It's like this really complicated thing. It looks like.
I'm sure the people that understand it are having a blast.
Well, I mean, it's like dead in comparison. They have 235 viewers.
Dang.
Yeah. The thing has been dead ever since Red.
That's true.
It's been like slowly declining in the viewer count. That's kind of interesting though. So it's not just like everyone spamming chat with like moves, it's now like everyone has this weird voting thing, which is kind of cool. I'm actually kind of surprised it's not as popular as it is. Like, can you imagine doing like Mario Party that way? Where like everyone gets like bet on stuff?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that'd be legit amazing.
For each
actually.
player,
Yeah.
you get like designated a player when you come in, and you have to try and make your player win. Or you can pick even. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't even know how that would work with like, how would that even work?
Who knows, dude?
Because it's all like this like minigame stuff.
Oh well, yeah, that would be a pain.
And like the rest of it is just roll die.
That's
don't have
true.
any.
All right, well,
So like,
rest in
what would you
peace.
even vote on?
Yeah, rest in peace, dude. Fish plays Pokemon.
Have you seen that?
I know what it is.
Yeah. Have you seen Potatoes plays Pokemon?
No.
It's the stream with a potato, and it's attempting to play Pokemon Red or I think it's Red or one of those
Okay.
two. And the description is basically something goes along the lines of the potato hasn't gone past the title screen. It's using an interesting strategy. I want to see how it pays off, kind of thing.
Of course.
Yeah, and there's like a webcam in quotes, which I'm pretty sure is just a picture.
Picture.
That's just like a potato sitting on a plate next to a Game Boy, and on the other screen it's just like the title screen, which is probably also just a picture.
Then play music in the back. No, dude, I'm sure it's sifting through
It's
the
actually
Pokemon.
like the file start screen. People ask like, I wonder how it got past the title screen.
It fell over. Just managed to land on the start button.
Did fish by potatoes by potato gets around like I think 7 viewers or something like that,
7?
which is more than you would expect from something like that. And then
It's more than I
Fish,
have right now, isn't it?
I think Fish gets like 70-ish. But like Fish hasn't even gotten out of like the starting area, and it's been going for over 2 months.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Yeah.
how would it?
Yeah, because like it's not just like completely like it's not just random because like the buttons are like in a weird place and Fish don't like it's not gonna press the buttons randomly. There's only certain combinations you can do, and also the Fish doesn't do very much.
Yeah.
It's just like kind of a silly concept, but like has no real hope of actually getting anywhere from the start. I was like, I'm surprised there aren't like other things like the life of a tree and just like a live stream of just a tree and its life.
Mm-hmm. Paint dry. Stream of paint drying.
Well, paint dry is pretty short-lived compared to the life of a tree.
Well, you could put down more paint.
See, the thrilling adventures of life of a tree, though. You can see it from birth to it outliving you.
Friggin' Black Flag, dude. That's depressing, as always.
Dude, Black Flag is better than AAA, let's be real.
You think so?
I think so.
Alright, well, I'll accept it then. I just got a Black Flag, dude. Get on.
Congrats.
Thank you. Took me lots of work. Tried very hard for that Black Flag. By sight reading it. Once.
I mean, you're playing rank 15 songs.
Easy peasy, dude. Universe expanding, just have a camera looking at the sky.
Yeah, universe expanding is scaling the W constant.
Is it?
Well, yeah, in perspective geometry.
Dude, I'm gonna learn perspective geometry starting like Wednesday.
Oh, sick. You in a graphics class or
I'm
geometry?
taking Euclidean geometry, dude.
Nice. But
Friggin-
it's non-Euclidean.
I know, that's the best part.
Isn't there also a non-Euclidean geometry
Yeah,
class?
which I took last semester. But we talked
Okay.
about, we didn't talk about the projective plane, we talked about, elliptical? Whatever, hyperbolic, I
Oh,
forget.
okay. Yeah. The hyperbolic's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm not really sure it's...
The thing
what
is,
e-
like, most non-Euclidean geometries are, like, really silly and completely useless.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not really sure exactly what the applications of hyperbolic geometries are,
They're,
but
they're all,
they-
they're all
they're-
pretty useless except for, I would say, spherical.
yeah.
And projective. I don't really know
Projective's
the-
useful.
Yeah, I mean, our projective has some, like, obvious uses, but, like, and so is spherical. I don't know about any other ones. It's like, what would you...
I think they have some, like, physics implications in certain fields. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. The thing is that, like, it's like, I think a lot of people talk about that kind of stuff is they say that the universe is non-Euclidean,
I mean,
and then, like,
it's
what weird...
not, is it?
Well... Yeah, it's not just because of, like, we know that it gets warped by, like, gravity and energy,
Yeah, that stuff. Gravity.
which doesn't happen in Euclidean space.
Yeah.
Wait, does it? Could you still describe as Euclidean space?
Uh,
I don't even...
I don't know, dude. I don't.
I don't know. The thing is, I know that it's really weird, and it's probably best to there's probably some weird non-Euclidean space. And there's also all these weird theories that, like, the shape of the universe, like,
It's like a Taurus or something.
well, that's one theory. I don't know how popular that one is, but the
Yeah.
shape of the universe, like, inside the event horizon, sorry, not event horizon, the background radiation, and outside, or it's, like, different.
So it's like a friggin' Klein bottle or something.
Something, I don't know.
Yeah. There's actually a fourth dimension. That's
Well,
not time.
the universe is weird because, like, as observable universe, because of, like, the way perspective geometry works,
Yeah.
and the way the universe works, because as you like look further back, you're looking further back in time, right?
Yep.
So, as you go backwards, the universe also is smaller.
Yep.
So, as you go to the edge, eventually the universe becomes so small that I would assume it probably turns into a singularity or something very close
Something.
to it. Something we don't know if it's a singularity. Now,
It
but something
turns
very
into the horizon.
but this is beyond the background radiation. But because we can't see past that. I don't know what background radiation exactly is. I think it's inflation period. I don't know what background radiation is. Like at what point.
Dude, I don't know anything about space, so don't ask
Anyways,
me.
the point is that like as you go outwards, even though it becomes like observable, becomes a wider and wider area, it's actually becoming a smaller amount of space. And you're actually like looking into the universe, like to the center of the universe. So the edge of our observable universe is actually the center of the universe.
Wacky, dude.
So like the universe is like inverted, basically. It's like all backwards.
Well, good thing we don't live in the universe. That'd be confusing.
Oh, also, you're always the center of the universe, by the way. The observable universe.
Sure.
Yeah, you're always the center of your own observable universe, which is pretty cool.
Which means you're actually looking at yourself when you look out into space.
Yeah, I mean, because you're looking backwards in time, you have to wonder, like, is there a point, like, is it possible for you to see, like, the same matter, like, twice?
Yeah, dude, it's friggin' Portal in real life.
I'm pretty sure you can't, just because, because the speed of which you're looking out is the speed of light, so, like, matter can't travel the speed of light, so you couldn't see the same matter twice.
This music goes well with this conversation.
I don't know, this doesn't make any sense, like...
It doesn't have to, dude.
Like, at a certain point, you're going back to the beginning of time, that's all matter. So, like, you would see all matter there. So then you would have to see... Yeah, so you would have to be able to see the same matter twice. How does that even work?
Dude, don't worry about it. Have you heard of a game? Well, I don't know if it's technically a game, but it's called A Slower Speed of Light.
It's called the what?
A Slower Speed of Light.
Huh.
It
Okay.
came out at MIT. And basically, you kind of run around and like collect these little orb things, but every time you collect one of these orbs, the speed of light is artificially decreased.
Okay.
So eventually the speed of light is about your walking speed. So as you're walking around, like the relativistic effects are making things to like look really crazy. Yeah, like bending around you and you're like, oh my god.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some like really interesting things you get here to speed of light. Like,
yeah, dude.
Like your field of view increases. I don't know if you know about that.
The feel of... Yeah.
Your field of view increases, yeah.
That's because like lengths are distorted.
Well, that's a different thing. That's what's that called? That's a different thing. I don't know what it's called. But
are they related though?
That has to do with like weird relativity crap. But there's another thing. If you're moving forward, basically, then it's hard to explain without like drawing a diagram.
Yeah.
But like, let's say there's light. Basically, like as you move forward, the light is also moving, and like light from behind you, like light from behind you will hit the front of your eye, basically, if you're going really fast.
Sure. Wait. Okay.
So as you get closer and closer to the speed of light, eventually your field of view will increase to 360 when you
that's sick, dude.
Yeah, so you would see in all directions if you went this speed of light, which is impossible, obviously. But your like field of view increases, which has some really weird effects. So for example, let's say you like head towards the sun near the speed of light, like as you like accelerate, your field of view gets like really wide, and one of the I don't know if you know a lot about field of view, but one of the artifacts of really wide field of view is that it makes things look farther. It makes things look farther away.
Sure.
Things like near the middle get farther away from you.
Right.
So like as you accelerate towards the sun, like the sun will look like it's getting farther and farther.
Even though you're getting closer to it, yeah.
And then like all of a sudden it just rushes up to you like instantly as you get like really close.
Yeah.
So like there's really like weird effects like that.
That's pretty crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Reminds me of like if you're moving faster than the speed of sound or whatever, and you shout or whatever, you like hear yourself shouting from behind you.
Yeah, I guess you would.
Yeah, that's actually a thing, dude.
I've never tried it.
Yeah, me neither.
You know, like relativity is some like really wacky shit. I'm trying. There's something else I was thinking about that too. I don't remember what. Do you know about
a series of tubes? What?
So you know, I assume you know a tiny bit about projective geometry, right?
Yeah, I took a graphics course, so whatever I'll remember.
Oh, okay. Do you know about like going past infinity? Okay.
What
okay.
going past infinity?
Okay, so in projective geometry,
everything meets at infinity.
Yeah, it's defined that there is a point at infinity.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And because of the laws of projective geometry, the point in front of you and the point behind you, along the same like straight line or whatever, is the same point. Right?
Okay.
Do you know why that is?
Wait, the point in front of you and you mean the point at infinity?
Yeah, the point infinity in front of you and point infinity in the opposite direction.
Yeah, they're the same point. Yeah, because there's
Okay.
only one of them.
Right. So there's a consequence of that is that if you were to move past infinity, going like in along lines in like you say it's array, right?
Okay.
Because most lines can be defined as array.
Yeah.
If you go past infinity, you'll come out from behind you, and then you'll like pass yourself, and then hit the point in front of you again. Okay.
Uh huh.
That's just like the way it works. But there's this weird consequence. When you go past infinity, all orientations flip.
Right.
So it's like this really weird stuff. If like you went past infinity. But luckily you don't need to really worry about that kind of stuff much, generally just because you usually only define positive direction and like you just ignore
Yeah, you don't look
behind
behind you. Exactly.
Yeah.
That and you clip out way before infinity anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, even in real life, we can't see
Yeah, exactly.
at infinity. But that's only just because of the background radiation. But, to be fair, well, see, that's like the weird thing, because like if background radiation isn't, like let's say we could see the edge, like, to the beginning of time, like, right, let's just say,
Uh-huh.
I don't think the way projective geometry would really reflect, like, I don't think the universe would really work that way. I don't think you'd be able to see past infinity and like see yourself when you look at the edge of the universe.
Well, yeah, because you wouldn't be born yet.
Well, no, you wouldn't. You would go past the beginning of time and then you go forward through time again. So like the universe is like, yeah, that's what happened. The universe
We would
is
invert
weird.
time, yeah, dude.
Yeah, and like as you look deeper and deeper, time is going forward again. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Like so, it's like all orientations are flipped. It'd be really weird, but I don't think the universe would actually work that way. It's just a consequence of the mathematical descriptor.
Yeah. That'd be pretty sick, dude.
Yeah.
We've discovered time travel.
You just needed to go past infinity.
You just needed to go past infinity.
Beyond infinity. It's really like fun. Like I was having this discussion with some like physicists who like
No
hated
crap.
they hated the concept of like any kind of like infinity stuff. So like they don't think they like had stuff like they don't think Zeno's paradox is solved and stuff like that. I'm like you realize you're a physicist, you like use this math all the time. And they're like, yeah, but it's all math stuff, but it doesn't apply to like actual real world stuff. So they kind of have like this separation between like the math that drives physics and the physics that drives the world kind of thing.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
No
It's like this stuff
frames.
doesn't actually work. You can't have things like infinity and stuff like that. It was like this really weird conversation. And I was like telling him about like projective geometry, and they're saying how like this points at infinity that makes no sense. I'm like, it's like, well, you're thinking about it wrong. It's like that is how the universe works. Like this, there actually are a thing called point infinity. The reason that point infinity exists is because you need to be able to describe a point that if you looked out into the sky and a point never moved, no matter how much you moved, then that like the only thing I would mathematically describe that is if the point was infinitely far away.
Right.
And like that works because projective geometry is backwards. Like if you try to unproject it into like normal geometry, then it obviously doesn't make sense because you can't put
You
point.
can't invert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, isn't the inverse of infinity 0?
No, if you like if you had a point at infinity and you try to unproject it into like reality, then like that point would be infinitely far away, which doesn't make sense. So you end up like basically just clipping it somewhere, or just not drawing it at all. Like you can't like project things properly back in. There's like a scaling problem. Obviously, that's like already like a known issue. Which is like that W scaling constant.
Yeah, the W. Oh, that's what you're talking about, dude. I
Yeah,
know what that is. At least I used
The universe
to.
is like expanding. Everything looks exactly the same. Like nothing looks different at all. Everything's just that's the thing. When you're talking about the projected geometry, like you have no sense of like how far apart. You know how things relatively are far from each other, and like their positions and all that, like relative to each other. But you have no like scale. Like the unit of distance between everything is just like units. And so like as the universe expands, that unit changes.
Expands,
basically. Yeah. So like everything in the projective universe, like in our observable universe, looks exactly the same, and nothing ever changes.
Because everything changes.
Right. Because everything's changing by the same scale. The only reason why we know that the universe is because of redshifting. So it's not by their position, we can tell because their speed is actually changing.
Yeah, using complex numbers to describe, we use complex numbers to describe, the hyperbolic plane.
Yeah, well, yeah. The thing is, complex number, it's kind of weird because people always talk about how complex numbers are just like a mathematical construct and they don't make any sense and there's rules to finding them, but like, they kind of aren't actually.
No, they're, yeah.
Yeah, it's just defined.
Dude, they relate friggin' E and pi. There you go.
If you didn't write I and you just wrote it out as square root of -1, because that's like all I means. I means square root of -1. If you just left it like that and just left it everywhere, then like people wouldn't really complain about it.
Sure.
Yeah. Because that's all it is, and all the math is like the square root of -1 times the square root of -1 is equal to -1.
Yeah.
Just by the definition of algebra.
Definition of algebra.
I mean, that is how imaginary numbers work. The only time reason why we have like use them like frequently, we have some I is because that kind of property has some fun like so I'm talking oscillatory properties.
Something like that.
That's not the word I want though, but it works, I guess. Periodic is what I want. It's a periodic property.
When you raise it to a power and you multiply it, yeah.
So like you just keep raising I to the power, it kind of like
going,
repeats. So it's a good way to. Then that's basically where the sines and cosines come from.
Yep.
Yeah, the thing is, like when I was in high school, I was learning about imaginary numbers, and I was just like, well, these make sense based on what we're doing, but I was like, is there any applicable purpose to these imaginary numbers at all? And my teacher was like, I think it comes up in chemistry.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was great.
Smart teacher. Best teacher 2014.
It does.
Yeah, sure.
But just because everything up there is like high particle physics stuff, I'm sure there's like lots of weird imaginary stuff in there. Yeah, the reason I usually end up with like imaginary numbers is the thing is imaginary numbers are usually kind of like auxiliary. It's just that in the end, like you can only really like measure things numbers, right? So a lot of times the imaginary numbers end up just being like auxiliary stuff. So like you start something that's real, and then you do some math on it and it becomes imaginary, and then you do some more math and it goes back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like some like in between stages where you have these like.
See also
the
quintic formula or whatever.
Oh god.
Pretty sure that literally has eyes sitting in the formula.
Does it?
I don't know. I could be making that up.
I don't know anything past quadratic.
Yeah, me neither.
But I know that's been proven. Everything above quintic is impossible.
Impossible, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
That's what I heard. It's a really crazy proof too.
I bet. Yeah, I wouldn't. I
Yeah.
wouldn't even know where to start, dude. Because the quintic formula is already like so horrendously like
Yeah,
fat.
it's so bad. And then it's like, alright, you have to prove that nothing even exists after it's like, how do you know it's not something just like crazy, horribly, even more complicated? I was having a conversation with my professor about that, like kind of related. We're asking like, alright, so we have the binomial formula, which is like, x plus 1 to the n.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
the sum of the binomial coefficients
Yeah, it's
times
like
x
ends
to
up
the n
being
y to
like,
the yeah.
it ends up being like common torques. So
Yes,
the question
yes.
is, the question was that like, alright, well, we have binomials, but what about trinomials?
Yeah.
Right? And so on and so forth, and like, or like some n-nomial.
Yeah, but that actually exists, doesn't it?
Yeah,
You
I was thinking,
can
like,
define it.
is there a general solution for that?
I think so. It's just you have to multiple sum over the like as many dimensions as you have. I'm pretty sure. Maybe.
I don't know. I was asking my professor, and he said he didn't know off the top of his head.
Because I know you can have like the three-dimensional Pascal's triangle or Pascal's pyramid or whatever you want to call it. That's like a thing, and you can do it for 4 dimensions as well. So
Interesting.
and it keeps
Okay.
going. Like it definitely does keep going.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah,
Pascal's
I think it. I think it
hyper
just
pyramid.
works exactly how you'd think that it would.
Dude, I remember this. There's only one really important thing you have to learn when you learn about graphics. The only important thing that you need to remember is what a frustrum is.
Dude, I guess I fail life because I don't remember. I remember the word. I don't remember what the heck it is.
It's a pyramid with the top cut off.
Oh, that's yeah. Okay, I remember now. Thank you.
Yeah.
I learned about that back on friggin' math team in high school. Heck yeah.
Yeah. It's like it comes up so often in like graphics. Because it's like that's your view. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like if you imagine like your screen is like what you see, right?
Yeah,
the
it's
picture
yeah.
that you vision see,
yeah.
and you're standing in front of the screen. So that's your focal point. If
Yep.
you kind of like project from your like eyes into the screen and then just outwards,
Yeah, you get
it
that.
kind of creates this pyramid from your eyes out into infinity.
It's like a
That's
three-dimensional trapezoid,
right.
dude.
Well, so you have this pyramid. So like everything inside this pyramid that's going out to infinity is like what gets, if you like flatten everything, it goes onto the screen. So that's everything visible.
Right.
But then the thing is, graphics don't like working with things that are like infinite size spaces that you have to work with. So we're just gonna limit your
You're
vision.
just gonna clip it.
Yeah. So they just put they put a far limit and say like, okay, nothing past this point, and they put a near limit, nothing. But it's usually where the screen is.
Right.
Or a little bit in front of the screen.
Or the like eye of the.
They usually put it like a little bit in front of the screen, just cause.
Yeah.
But so like, and so you just kind of like just have this pyramid with the top cut off. It's called a frustrum.
Yep.
And yeah, if you like work with graphics, you'll just see the term floating around a lot.
All right. Well, I'll remember now.
Yeah.
Probably not. No. I'll look it up. That's what I'll do.
Nice. I haven't done like any graphic stuff like since my research in the spring.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dude, I'm actually doing some research this semester.
nice.
It's has to do with how people approach problem solving in discrete mathematics.
That seems pretty fuzzy logic right there.
Basically, you have some interviews that some people did a while back of some students just solving problems and talking their way through it. We had to analyze the interviews and try and pick out.
So like, it
different
sounds more like an
strategies.
education thing more than anything else.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. But I had this like idea for a game that I had like idea my brother and I like sat down and thought about, like forever ago, but we never did. And I was thinking of actually work on it after I graduated, but I definitely need a team, so I don't know if that's gonna actually happen.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's in very short, one sentence kind of thing. It's basically a procedurally generated Castlevania or Metroidvania game.
Good luck.
Yeah. And like the key thing is not just like you want to have like the Super Metroid-esque feel. So you have to like kind of generate areas and rooms. And it'll also be like random items, so the items are different, and random enemies and random quests and etc. etc. Ideally, you'd also have like random. I don't know if it's 3D or 2D. I haven't really decided. Like, but you have like random like tile sets, and like potentially random music, but that's probably beyond me. I don't even know how to do that without making it sound like crap. And I guess theoretically random stories, since I know there's already been like work done on that.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, but I know that's a thing. The problem, I've never done any kind of procedurally generated games.
Even
so, like,
making yeah, you have to like basically. Fun fact: PETA has earliest note in the game. All right, thank you. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you'd basically I've actually given this exact same thing some thought.
Oh damn.
And the first thing you need to do is basically generate a graph that basically describes the path through the game in terms of like major goals, I guess, which would generally be items in the case of something like a Metroidvania game.
And then maybe like quests in there also.
Yeah, and that's actually not easy, believe it or not.
No, I believe you. Yeah, I wasn't sure how to even, because the thing is, since I want to have like, instead of just having like the same like components and then just shuffle them around, I want to have like the components themselves randomized.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So I'd have to make some sort of like dictionary of descriptors, and then like, the idea was that you would have a like random set of descriptors, and then the game would try to like interpret what the item means based on like how you describe it. And the other thing was that, particularly for generating areas, so I kind of want to have like areas kind of have like this gradual transition from like the neighboring areas. So the general idea was that you basically have, the area would have its like own descriptor, and then like the rooms would have like basically they'll like basically become children of that descriptor with like a mutation.
Yeah, wait, yeah, I'm on Mumble. Literally was reading this yesterday.
Yeah, the idea is they would have like mutations, and then like they would just kind of mutate around, and so it'd be kind of like a gradual.
Yeah, so that's one way to do it. Yeah, I think actually. So I don't know if you pull this up. I want to say it's.
Yeah, I just opened it up. I
scroll down.
I'm not gonna read it right now. I'll probably read it later.
Scroll down to page. What page is it? The page on. Do these even have page numbers? Page 9. If you look at the top of page 9, there's something like that where it's putting like areas around each other that should be around each other, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's doing that. Actually, I want to say that is using... They go through a bunch of methods, and one of them is like a genetic method. One of them's cellular automata, or one of them's like generative grammars, and then I don't remember what the other one is, but...
Yeah, I'll look into this. This is actually probably really useful.
I don't know, the paper's not...
It's probably very
great,
like how to do stuff.
No, yeah, it's just like a survey.
Yeah, like just different possible methods you can look into.
Yeah.
I just like really know very little about it. I was just kind of thinking like abstractly, like how I'd even go about solving this kind of problem. So that's that, and there's just a lot of things I don't really know about just in general. And this kind of thing is like I would like to work on this with people, but like I kind of want to work with people who hopefully would know some stuff about this already, and obviously willing to spend long amount of time into this kind of thing, because this kind of thing that be a big project and probably sold in then.
Yeah.
Which means I'd probably like have someone who studied business. That'd probably be a good idea.
Usually a good idea.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I know some business, but I definitely don't know enough to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah, dude.
There's a few other like key distinguishing features. One of them was that I was going to basically, because I love it too much, basically some sort of like BP system. So like you basically, instead of just getting items and having them, you like have like an inventory and you had like distribute power to them, and you had like limited power basically.
Yeah.
So it's going to have like a DP like system and so on and so forth. I need to find a good way to like limit, because I don't want you to like just be able to change it anywhere, like whenever you want. But I don't want to make it so that you can only change in fixed places, which would like make it really tedious if you got somewhere and had like the wrong item. It would also make it really hard to like, because when you generate map, you have to satisfy 2 properties, and in a game map. And the first is that you should be able to, every room is reachable, obviously.
Right.
That's like seems trivial, but it's what's really
Yeah,
thing. And the other one is that from every room you should be able to get to the end goal.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to get stuck. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That one's a lot less trivial to do.
Well,
And like enforce, it's easier to do when you're jittering the map. The thing is, we're trying to work on what I was asking with Supermetric door randomizers. If you have fixed rooms and you're trying to rearrange the map so that it's self-satisfied, turns out that's really hard to do. And it's like super NP kind of thing.
why? Because the door's closed? What if you don't have...
Well, ensuring
Stupid
that
door-
ensuring reachability and like I don't know, the other term was called like reversibility. Or something
Well,
like
I
that.
mean, if you're making the map, you're not starting with a set of rooms and linking
Yeah,
them
yeah,
up
if you're
randomly.
making
You're
it from
literally
scratch, it's
carving
a
it
lot
from
easier to
scratch. It's
guarantee.
it's not
Yeah.
a...
That's the thing, but if you have the room and you're just rearranging them, it's like it turns out to be like
yeah.
NP.
But that's not that you wouldn't be, so it's not really...
Yeah. Just something that I would like. This is something my brother and I were like discussing back when we were doing room randomizers.
Yeah.
And we're talking like, I wonder how hard it'd be to like. We're kind of looking at like kind of playing, or like, what if you like randomize the rooms themselves and like actually like change the rooms with the randomizer, like edit, because we're like editing the binary like file, and we decided that it was just like the way Super Metroid works, like the way the ROM is structured.
Don't
It's just,
do...
yeah, it's so complicated. There's a lot of things we did that like I learned a lot about how that ROM is structured and like how some things are, but it's just like
Good things to spend your life learning. Education will do you well in the future.
Yeah. it was fun working on that. Actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Particularly like when you're working with like the binary files, which are like reverse endian as like,
Yeah,
here.
dude, I remember I was doing the same thing with Ishin Odyssey 3, looking for friggin' monster data.
Yeah, it's like all endians are flipped, and like when I read the file, it just drops into a gigantic array. So it's just like, all right, well, this is indexed into this array right here. So that was kind of interesting. And basically, what it is, I sat down and just wrote a like reader object.
Dude, that's what a hex editor is for.
A reader writer object that you could just like make calls to, and it would like read certain kind of data, or it would write data, or like swap data, and etc. Well, I couldn't do it in a hex editor because I want to be able to like obviously do it from the program. Like I want to make the program call, like, you know what I'm talking about.
What program?
Like I was meant to make a program that would like edit the.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah. So like
I
a hex
understand.
editor is not going to like.
Well, it'll help you understand this.
Help me understand. Yeah. But yeah, I learned some like really weird things. Like I know there's quite a bit of documentation, but a lot of it's very incomplete. But I was like looking around, and like for example, all the doors, like all the door pointers, like where doors go to and such, they're stored in like two big data, like two big like banks basically.
And they're not together. It's
they're
not.
not together. Yeah, they're two separate ones. But it's kind of weird that I like that. But like a few things were like kind of weird. Like some doors are very strange and obviously just have, because when you have a door, you can attach basically a function pointer with the door, and it'll like execute some code.
What the heck? So you
When
can
you
make
go-
it like refill your health or something when you walk through a door.
Yeah. So you can make like when you go through a door, how weird things happen. But they don't do door refills. Usually it's like weird scrolling stuff. For example, it's like if you're familiar with like the vertical Meridia pipe thing, when you go through it, like you just kind of like automatically like go up through the room. Like
That one. Yeah.
or like down.
Or
And you like
yeah.
don't control Samus. So that has a whole bunch of like pointers. Because like when you go in, when you like let's say if you enter from the bottom, the first door when you come through, what it does is it like takes away control of Samus, so you can't pull her. And then enter, and when you enter the room from the bottom door, it runs a script that makes you move forward. So like two separate scripts going on. One
You
when
mean
you
up?
Yeah, when you go up. So like one, it's like the same like, with that lost generality going down too. So like there's like
Yeah,
when you
sure.
enter,
Okay.
there's one for going through the door and one coming out of the door, entering the room. And then when you exit the room at the top, you regain control of Samus, and the other one ends the weird scrolling thing.
Yeah.
So there's like a whole bunch of scripts going on, and if any of them are broken, then you have like weird stuff going on.
Samus just keeps flying through the door if you
Yeah,
forget
so
to.
we had like a lot of trouble. Well, usually when that happens, the game just crashes when you have like things not lined up. But there's also other things like elevators. Like elevators are two separate doors. Like the way it works is that the elevator platform's a door, and it doesn't go anywhere. When you run it, it just executes the script that basically makes Samus move up and takes away control and such like that.
Mhm.
And then at the very top of the screen or bottom, if the elevator goes down, there's the actual door that takes you to the next room.
Right, so the whole thing is just an animation until then.
Yeah. So as soon as you actually touch the door at the top, it actually like loads you in the next room. And so because of that, like elevators and like other weird rooms have like this. They're like doors in there, but they're just actual scripts. And you look in the door data is like looks all corrupted and messed up because it doesn't read properly. And like they're in like a few of them, you just have to like know where they are. So you like just look through the door data and you just find them basically. It's kind of weird. But the thing that's very strange is that both door banks have they both start with an elevator, like the elevator platform script. So there's two elevator platform scripts. Which is
What,
like
one for
really-
up and one for down, or?
I guess I don't know, but it's like there are actually two different ones, and there's a different one for each bank, and I don't know why they're split up like that. So like just like
Maybe
very
they just
biz-
forgot that they already had it, and they're both like referencing different ones for no reason.
Yeah, there's a lot of really bizarre stuff. There's also some other things like I was just kind of like at first what I was doing is just I was just reading all the door data, and then I was like, well, I need to see how like the doors are connected like in relation to the rooms too, not just how. Because
Yes,
doors,
please.
because doors will tell you what rooms they go to, but they won't tell you what room the door is in. Okay, what you have to do is you have to go to the door, all the room. If you go to the room banks, in there's a door pointer list basically. That's like the list of all the doors in the room, and like the pointer to the door in the door bank. So basically, I had like write a whole DFS like in this like through the ROM basically. They just like alright, start from like your ship, and then like search through all the doors, and then what rooms they go to, and then search through all doors, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's some like weird things that show up. So like that way, I got all the doors that I could like reachable from the rooms. So there's a few things. First of all, there's a lot of doors in the door bank that are not reachable from any rooms. So there's just like a bunch of doors that just like are just like floating data, either like
Yeah.
unused. There are probably a lot of them just unused. But there's also probably some like weird just like script stuff things going on. Second of all, there's also a lot of doors in the in the rooms, like and the pointers are also not used. So there's like a bunch of doors that like look like they're reachable and so on and so forth, but they're not actually there. Some like obvious examples is, for example, if you know that the sand falls, like Meridia's place where you like sink through sand, you
Yeah,
sink to
you
the lower
can't
room.
friggin'. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's actually doors going back up. In the door pointer data, they're just not set anywhere in the actual like
Well, that's nice to know.
in the actual PAL or whatever. So there's like weird stuff like that. There's also things where it's like there's two doors that like are actually the same door.
On top of each other, yeah.
No, they're actually like two doors where it's like set, like two different doors in the room are set to the same pointer. They're like kind of weird. Particularly like, there's some places where there's doors that are not actually reachable from that room.
And they're like way off in the ether.
You can like see them. No, like you can see them, you just can't actually get to them. And when you actually get to the place where that door is, it's actually a separate room.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, like for example, when you're in the lake that's like right in front of Wreck Ship.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
there's like
yeah.
a bottom part and a top part, and in the middle there's like this
Yeah,
one
yeah.
screen. Yeah, that one screen in the middle is a separate room. But like
But you
still
can see those doors,
You
yeah.
can still see those doors, and like the default, they're just like they're actually set as doors. And they actually have like door transition tiles and
To
everything.
the right place.
No, they're just set to like I think the door index 0, which is just like whatever the first door in the room is, which I think is the door heading to the left, back to like
Sure.
the whistle note.
Are they like actually completely impossible to reach, or is there a way to like
There's-
glitch your way into that section of the middle of the room?
I feel like you might be able to get it with some sort of X-ray climbing, but I'm pretty sure you can't get it right now. Also, the one-way doors also aren't set properly either. So this is like basically wrong weapon right here. Like if you go through the door, it'd just be a straight up wrong one. That's like exactly how they do it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Skyward Sword has the exact same thing. So I thought it was kind of funny seeing that. Oh, there's also a bunch of unused. Also, when I did a search through all the rooms compared it to the DFS, there's a bunch of rooms that are also unreachable, which I thought was kind of funny. But that I did know about. Like I know that there's like a debug room, which isn't reachable, obviously. And there's also like an unfinished room that's like only one screen big. Yeah, I don't know.
Dude.
Geometry has some like really wacky like structure of like data.
Dude, I did it. I've got 42 AAAs today. I'm on the top of this scoreboard.
What a fucking cheater.
Please, anyone could do this. Dude, anyone could literally play Excite Bike 70 times and get 70 AAAs. Excite Bike is 8 seconds long, by the way.
Amazing.
I could play it like a couple of times right now and just get some AAAs just for the stats.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Zero Metroid was pretty epic to work on, but it was an experience, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see what Kazben said? He says, did you know that if the entire human race held hands along the equator, a significant portion of them would drown? Dude, it reminds
Good
it
note.
reminds me of that one time. I don't even know when this was or what I was streaming, but I might not have even been streaming it. It might have been someone else's stream. But I saved something that, like, took a picture and saved something that someone said in a chat. And this guy says, guys, did you know that if you suck on a sour Skittle, it turns into a normal Skittle? And then he had, like, that Twitch face where the guy's like, I don't know, dude, that goofy smile or whatever. I have a picture of it on Twitter. You can probably find it. It's good times. But anyway, yeah, I had no idea why I saved this, and I encountered it again. I'm like, I'm going to tweet this.
I didn't see the tweet. Oh, dang.
It wasn't recent. It was like a little while back.
Oh.
You just go to my pictures or whatever, scroll through a couple of squirrels, and then you'll find it. A couple of squirrels and a Corellia.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know how your scroll pictures are so, like, good.
Because they're not afraid of people, that's why.
Well, I mean, not just that. Like, the picture itself looks really good.
That's because friggin' Instagram filters are not good, but they're better than nothing, I guess.
Do you take a picture with, like, your phone?
Yeah, I just take a picture with my phone.
Dang, your phone's better than mine.
It's an iPhone, dude.
Oh, well, yeah. That would pretty much automatically make mine better than a cracked phone that randomly plays. Did you see my tweet, by the way?
Yeah, I just started playing Pandora.
No, it was really weird. So the full story was that I was just sitting in my room working like on the code, and then I get a phone call, and I see it's like, oh, unknown number, so I don't pick it up. I let it ring out. I'm like, and then when I walk in, as soon as the phone shortly after the phone call finished, that's when like Pandora randomly opened and played music, and I was like, what the hell?
Amazing, dude.
Yeah. Dude, it's got some serious issues. So yeah, I guess if you have like, yeah, I don't know, if you're interested in, like seriously interested in working on this procedural game or whatever, then let me know.
I mean, real talk, like, the reason I was looking into this stuff is because I think that's what I'm gonna like go into researching is procedural generation.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Talk of the coincidences.
Are you going to grad school?
Yeah, I'm planning on it now.
Aw,
I gotta
dang.
start applying.
I can't recruit you then. Yeah,
I
have no
mean,
idea.
you know.
that like awkward silence. Yeah, I don't know. It's the thing is I don't really know what I want to work, and like personally, like I've always kind of like wanted to make like a full scale game. Like I've made
Yeah,
like a lot
dude.
of like tiny
Yeah, dude.
projects. I've always wanted to make a full scale game. I kind of feel like, well, I guess I can work at a big company, but that'd be kind of shitty. Unless like
Yeah,
just get
absolutely.
unless I get like, just a good position to connect.
Which is impossible unless you
Yeah.
have already had bad positions. So.
Yeah, you have to be in like bad positions for like at least 5 years before you get
like
anything
10
good.
years or some crap.
Yeah, so it's like I really like don't want to go through that. So like the only alternative is just
Indie development.
But like indie development's like, well, you have like a 1% chance of success basically.
Dude,
And
friggin' Kickstarter that crap.
no, even Kickstarter, it's just like or
No, I
crowdsourcing.
understand that, but that's why
It's
you
like-
make a good game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, theoretically, yeah, make the game good, but like, there's so much like luck involved. Like, just
You know, always, dude.
the name getting out, if people just like it or not, even if it's a good game. There's a lot of, particularly since when you look out, so many indie games are all like very similar to each other, just because the sheer number of them. So you
Yeah.
have to really make something that just stands out, different but appealing, and it's like hard. And this is what I was kind of thinking as I felt like this was kind of new. There's like a bunch of like procedurally generated roguelike.
Yeah,
nothing-
but
I
it's
feel like
different because nothing has that
Nothing's like
structure
this-
to it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
nothing has,
exactly what
like-
you're talking about.
Yeah, nothing has a structure, and nothing really feels like a full game. Like usually when you get these like stuff, it just kind of feels like a portion of the game that you just kind of repeat it over. And
Yeah,
like,
and they
over
don't
the
have, like-
process you get the game. But I want to have like the individual instance to be a full game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, you can be like, oh, I want to play a short game today and load up a short one, or it's like, oh, I want to play a 5-hour friggin'.
yeah, I mean, the interesting thing is that you could theoretically like you have a lot of options of the parameters. of the
Well, and you would
games.
want to. you
Yeah,
know?
so like you just say like just make it like 100 unit game kind of thing, or like a 10 unit game, like just make it super short, boss rush, let's go.
Well, and that's the other thing, dude. It's like you friggin' don't have to encounter like every. You can have like a huge like array of a myriad of friggin' enemies and bosses, and you wouldn't even encounter like all of them in a single game. You'd have
No,
to
yeah.
play
And I didn't get even like half the items, particularly since
exactly.
theoretically, if all the items are being described by descriptors, you would expect it to be like theoretically. I mean, this is one of those things where it's like complicated as you make it.
They might not be.
So-
Yeah.
There could like easily be like millions and millions of combinations though, of like just like number of items, like let alone possible like game combinations, like game possibilities.
Right.
And a lot of times, since if you use one of these weird procedure generated things, the number is so astronomically huge, like the number of combinations, that it's like hard to even calculate. To say there's a lot. But like most of them should be similar, so it's kind of hard to say like how do you count. Also, like ideally, you want to have some way to say like if you get like generated seeds, you'd be like, I like this seed, and like post on
Yeah,
people
save it
player
up.
seeds.
It's like, yo, this seed generated like a really epic story with a good plot twist at the end.
Yeah, exactly. And if you really want to go that far, like
You
if the
ma-
engine was good,
Friggin'
you could-
put in an editor,
an
yeah, dude.
editor, exactly. The funny thing is, if like everything was like theoretically possible, like if a seed was a full description of the entire game, which is a little ridiculous.
Well,
to
seed
me.
and parameters, dude.
Yeah, but like if it's saying the seed is the full description of the entire game, which like I said, I don't think is really possible to do unless you just do it in like an entire file, like it's like enormous seed file. Then like theoretically, like after you generate the game, you like export it as a seed.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to save it in
Yeah.
its entirety. How are the AAAs coming? Well, let's see. I have 43 today. In total, I have. Hold on, let's find out. I gotta load up a thing to make it tell me. Level ranks. Dude, as soon as I switched it 2 times, the AAAs got a lot easier. I will admit.
Yeah. My brother says he's really interested. He's always been really interested in working on this project too. But unfortunately, he works for Amazon, and they apparently
They
have
own
this
his
like
soul.
they have this
JK.
policy at Amazon where you're not allowed to work on anything that would go against company interests.
Yeah, well, that's the thing in a lot of,
Yeah, it's pretty common. The problem is apparently Amazon has like a game department or something that like makes games for the Kindle or something. So
Oh.
you're not allowed to make games.
Rip. I have 53 AAAs in total. SDG stands for single digit good, which is to say that you had 9 or fewer things that weren't perfect. Doesn't actually mean that you got.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it also
Amazon
means-
apparently does like everything. So doing anything outside the company goes against company interests. So
Yeah.
you just can't do any side work. You can get it if you get company approval and you're like good and you can just do it. But apparently people have never ever gotten company approval for a game. Like it just has never happened before.
That's why you quit.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Amazon's actually a pretty good working
Well, I'm
like,
sure it
place,
is.
and they apparently pay well.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah. But it's just like it sucks that like that's like your only thing. Like you can't do anything at all. Like besides the work there.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know. But I know he's interested if you can ever get the legality to do it. Yeah, he knows a lot more about those kind of like procedurally generated algorithm stuff. He basically told me earlier in the discussion, like he's like, if you can write the engine, then I'll write the algorithm, basically. And I was like, all right, I'll see what I can do.
Single digit good actually isn't necessarily a double A. That's not how it works in FFR.
Couldn't you just get like a billion boos and
Boos subtract from your score.
yeah? So just get a billion boos, get single digit good.
No. Boos also count as goods when it comes to calculating single digit goods.
Oh, okay.
You have to have less than 10 things that aren't perfect. So like in total.
Gotcha.
So it adds up your So you could have 9 boos and everything else perfect, and that would be a single digit good. But you could have 9 boos and 1 good and everything perfect, and that would no longer be a single digit good. It would also not be a black flag. It would also be a full combo though. Which is ironic. But the weird thing is you can single digit good without a full combo because you could get misses. But yeah, as far as double A's and triple A's and stuff, an A just means you got over 95% of the total raw score, total possible raw score. Double A means you got over 99% of the total possible raw score, and triple A means you got 100% of the raw score. Has nothing to do with your combo.
99.6.
I mean, of course, if you got a triple A, that means you got a full combo, but... Riddle me a rat's nest. This song was really long. I kind of want to skip it.
Oh, the guy's like 95 and 99. It's like standard deviations.
Yeah, 90 is like a B. I don't know what a C is. Also, amazings don't matter at all. They're literally identical to perfects. As far as I know, they don't even store how many amazings you get. They just count them as perfects. So you don't get like a quadruple A for getting all amazings or something. Which you do in Stepmania if you get like all marvelouses.
But yeah, if you want to like discuss this project in the future, let me know.
Alright.
Yeah. I don't know, right now I'm just like just
School.
focusing on school. Yeah. Oh yeah, finishing my story about going to game dev. So the problem is you go indie, it's like you're almost guaranteed to fail. So
Right.
I feel like if I went to it, I need to go into it with a situation where I'm like in the opportunity where I can fail and not really matter.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like I should do this like right out of college, just because I feel like I don't have any commitments yet.
Sure.
As opposed to like say like if I'm older and like have some like if I have dependencies and like I have to give up my job to do this and et cetera, then like that would really suck.
Sure.
So I kind of want to do this like right when I get out of school, but
You need the
just because
peeps,
I feel like
dude.
it's like my only opportunity. At the same time, it's like I don't know. I need to get a team.
Yeah, you need the peeps.
Need the peeps. Well, you wanna move to DC?
Please. I'll go to University of Maryland for grad school. How does that sound?
Nice. There's a good computer science department over here.
No, they're on the top 20 for CS grad
Yeah.
schools.
So they're really good, and the math department's also pretty good. Apparently, staff is pretty big. Like, there's like over 200 like math faculty members. I was like really surprised. I was like, where are all the teachers? I do not, because they're like are not even close to 200 rooms.
They're sitting in their offices friggin' solving Schrodinger's equation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, most of them probably don't teach. That's true.
Dude, I can't believe they put me in Division 2. God dang it.
Rip. Everything. Then I feel like songs are probably way too hard for you.
Well, not too hard for me to, like, you know, pass in full combo even, but I'm not gonna
win.
be competitive, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, in like District 1, like whatever.
Division
or
1,
Division
yeah.
1, yeah. There's gotta be a ton of Smurfs. There's just no way. There isn't.
There's a ton of whats?
Smurfs.
I don't know what that means, dude.
Smurfs are accounts that are way worse than the player's ability. So, for example, if you just
yeah,
make a new account,
which
and
I
then-
just did, and I already have like way better score
Yeah,
than friggin' Goose Runner. Dude, Goose Runner has like 33 AAAs. I have literally like 55 now.
But I mean, like, let's say you did that, but didn't get did poorly on the songs on purpose.
Yeah, but they friggin' trace your
I
IP,
know
dude.
there's a lot of like restrictions, but like,
Trace your IP.
there's gotta be a couple that get through. I'm sure.
Well, yeah, but if they AAA every song on their first try, like each round, it's like, yeah, this is a little suspect.
I suppose.
Hello?
Well,
Okay, I wasn't sure if I accidentally muted myself.
no, you're good.
Alright, because that happens sometimes, you know? Yeah. Dude,
So you're
the
graduating this year,
next
right?
semester, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically. Assuming I don't fail ethics or senior thesis.
Oh God, I'm so glad I don't have to do a senior thesis.
I mean, I don't have to. Well, okay, I have to now, but it's not like it's an option, you know.
Oh. Okay.
But I'm destined to take it at this point. There's
Yeah, it's weird 'cause, like almost all the colleges, like almost all the departments at Maryland require a senior thesis, like English, math, like language, like physics, so like pretty much everything. My brother's like stressing out because he has to do his like senior thesis for meteorology, and he got he's joined a research with like one of the professors like to get credit for it basically.
yeah.
But his professor, he's been working there for over a year, and his professor hasn't given him the kind of work that would satisfy his thesis. So he's getting really frustrated because he graduates, this year, and he's been trying to nail the professor down about that. But for whatever reason, computer science doesn't require anything. There's nothing. You just take the classes and that's it.
Yeah, so here there's a few senior capstone options, senior thesis being one of them. Another one is you take software development 1 and 2, of course, it's already too late for me to do that since I haven't taken software development 1.
Dang, they only have one software engineering class here, which I'm in right now.
Yeah, and the other thing you can do is senior project, which I guess I could still do, but... And the way that works is basically you, like, these... I guess they find some companies and you literally get contracted to do a project for a company. And that, like, you just work on it for this entire semester.
Sounds like an internship.
Yeah, basically. Except you're doing it with, like, a group of people in your class or whatever. So you could get something like...
Is your research that you're doing, is that going to be, like, for your thesis?
The research I'm doing now, I'm not...
The one for, like, the procedural stuff that you're talking
Well,
about?
that's... I don't know, did I need to find someone to
work
with?
it,
Yeah.
To work with, yeah. Do you have anyone in mind?
I mean, I know professors. I don't...
Yeah, for me it was easy, because, like, when I did a thing in graphics, so I asked my, like, graphics professor,
Yeah.
and, like, he liked me, so...
I mean, I could have asked my algorithms professor, but he's, like, the kind of guy that friggin' already has, like, a million people researching under him, because he's, like...
Yeah, apparently this guy did too. For, like, whatever reason, he had, like, no one else that semester. It was, like, really weird. I thought he was just, like, you know, kind of like an average teacher, and then, like, afterwards I found out that he's, like, basically, like, one of the top faculty members, and, like, he was constantly out of the country. So, like, we, like, met so few times. It was, like, kind of frustrating, but it was, like, made the project extremely independent on my part.
Dude, friggin' frame rate. Also, this particular the algorithms professor is what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, apparently he's like, if you do senior thesis under him, it's like really hard.
Oh.
Like he makes you like really work for it, because it's a theory professor, so
Yeah.
he has you like read lots of papers and stuff before you even like get started on anything yourself. And you
Yeah.
have to...
Our professor is definitely a lot more application, so that's pretty cool. Cares more about the good results than the good methods.
Sure.
Kind of funny because he also teaches like the graduate geometry classes and such, which is really frustrating because it's a graduate level class and not undergraduate.
Oh yeah, I think you told me about this.
Yeah. I really wanted to take that class, but he said that for undergrads taking it, he basically requires them to take in advanced algorithms and got an A. And I took it and got like a B+. So
Yeah.
he's like, I could let you in, but it wouldn't really be that good of an idea, basically, kind of thing.
Yeah. Dude, kill me. I want a AAA on this song.
Dude, like right at the end. Goddamn.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know what happened. I just kind of got a good... I'm gonna blame frame issues, I guess.
Yeah, frame rate's been kind of bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm streaming and mumble and all that crap. Who cares, though? I'm still getting the AAAs. Plus, I'm only half focused because I'm conversing at the same time. But again, who cares? I'm getting the AAAs.
Oh, by the way, I did that quiz last night that you posted.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
Did you posted one like we did one like that?
Yeah, I remember.
That one was a little interesting.
The one that the last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found like there's a couple that I had to guess for.
I was able
might have been
to
mistaken.
solve it completely.
There was like one I guessed for, and after everything else fell through.
No, it was definitely possible to...
Yeah, maybe. It was like I think it was a
Deduce
couple of
everything.
like the search ones. It's like I don't know which ones are like which.
Yeah, there was a way to figure it out. That was like
Yeah.
once you got about halfway through. Once you figured that out, it was pretty much solved.
Yeah, it was like it was just the odd ones. Once you had all the odd ones down,
No, so what you had to do was the one that gave you the column
like
sums. The column
Yeah,
sums,
yeah.
it basically forced the two that were in the same column to be two numbers, which means the last one was the other odd number, and
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one
yeah.
told you what the other two were. So that's how you...
No, there were still ones that I was missing. Like I wasn't sure.
Right, you use the column sums pretty much for the rest of that.
Oh, whatever. I figured it
Yeah,
out. I
yeah.
got it done. It was fun though.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah,
It's like I started up. It's like 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, I know what's about to happen.
Well, I started off and I had absolutely no idea what was going on, so I typed in a number and said, "Oops," and I died. I was like, "Well, it was a good quiz." It took me a while to figure out that they gave you like one spot for free.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I thought it was like a question. I was like really confused. I also had to look up which ones were the Chinese sites.
Yeah, I
Like,
did too.
I was like, I was sitting there thinking like, what the heck? It's like, all right, time to Google. It's like, nope,
Well,
this
and the
site's
worst
in
part was
Russian.
I couldn't find the second one because it was one of the ones that you'd already put in. I wasn't looking at those. You know,
Yeah,
it was
I,
like number
typed
2 or
it,
whatever.
But that's how I had to figure it out. Because there's one you already knew, so the other one.
Yeah. Once I realized that, I was like, oh, duh.
Yeah. But I was looking through, it was like, I don't know, I've never heard of this site. What is this? And it's like, nope, this is a Russian site.
Yeah, right.
It's like,
And there was
okay.
no like Chinese Google, so that's what I was expecting, honestly.
Yeah, there's a Japanese Google, and I didn't really understand like the entire premise of the thing. It was just like a bunch of random sites.
Yeah, I don't know. They were just kind of
My
there.
first one was I thought it was to be like top like site usage like numbers, and you just had like count like just order the which ones were like the from 125 like.
Sorry, Sporkle is not the 25th most popular site in the world.
Yeah. I saw that and I was just like, oh wait, no, you're just like random like the sites have like nothing to do with it basically.
Yeah, that was a good quiz.
Yeah, I think it took me a lot longer than 20 minutes.
How did you? Okay.
I
Did
think
you
it took me,
restart?
Well, I think it took me 25. Yeah, because at one point I did accidentally the wrong number. And
Oh
had to
yeah, I did
restart.
too. But I finished well before.
20 total.
Yeah, I'm
No,
sure.
I think it took me like 30 minutes. Because I'm a stupid person.
That's alright, dude.
It's kind of
My
funny, like you
win
finish and you have
clones.
like 100%. It's like average is 38%. You're like, hmm. This kind of felt like something that'd be like all or none for most people, but
Well, I mean, you could screw up in the middle.
yeah, but like people just like it's like, oh, I'm done. I guess like they don't bother.
Maybe you ran
solving.
out of time and couldn't solve like the more bottlenecky hints.
Yeah, it just seems like one of those things where it's more like not people unable to solve it, just people with the patience.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Dude, I'm getting so hungry.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty tired. I've been staring at these arrows for the last.
I already
Well,
had
but-
like a big cup of coffee. Apparently today's like National Coffee Day or something.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, not anymore for you.
Yeah, not anymore. I don't understand these like national holidays or like random crap, but they're definitely not national holidays.
Yeah, friggin' National Speak Like a Pirate Day or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've heard about that like since friggin' high school, dude. It's like a thing. Why is that like a thing?
Dude, it's stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb. Dude, I officially named September 30th National.
No, dude, like, I think it's like
Kappa
in,
Day.
you know, when Civ 5 came out, the governor of Maryland, apparently he's like a big fan of Sid Meier or whatever. So he actually declared the day that Civ 5 was going to come out as like National like Civilization Day or State Civilization Day or whatever.
I mean, that seems like it sounds like a legit thing if you don't know why it's named that.
Yeah. Well, no, he said that's like why I like the name because like basically like in honor of like the work that the Civ games have like done and like so on and so forth.
Okay.
It's just like it's also kind of funny, like just like you know people who are like in charge of like Civilization, like playing Civ games.
Yeah, I know.
So it makes sense.
I guess.
One of my gaming friends used to play games a lot with us. Like, he got married and got a kid, so he doesn't play games anymore, except for Civilization, because he says he needs a game that isn't real time and that he can play with one hand.
That's what Pokemon is, dude.
Yeah. So he plays like ridiculous number of hours of Civ. Well, I think he played Civ even when he was a kid. Like he always like dominated us, but like now it's like all he does, and it's like kind of funny. Holding like a baby in one hand and playing Civ with the other.
Dude, you can play grunts with one hand.
Whenever I watch you play grunts, I'm just like, this is like what's like.
Dude, it's like a friggin' real-time strategy puzzle game. It's so good.
Well, no, it's exactly like Tip's Challenge.
Except way better.
I mean, it's like the same kind of concept, basically. Like the same kind of game. At least they're like.
Yeah, except Chip's Challenge is like a single person.
Yeah, that's like the big thing. It's like
Where grunts is like you're like controlling multiple guys all at the same time.
There's like key differences. You also like your vision of like in grunts is you can see the entire map. While in Chip's Challenge, you're like have very limited view. Stuff like that. There also like weren't like points and secrets and stuff like that. It's just like get to the end.
Yeah.
But like it's like the same kind of game, and it's like I feel like since you enjoy grunts, you might enjoy Chip's Challenge too.
Probably, but
you might want to give it a go sometime.
Maybe.
I don't know if it runs on computers anymore. You might need to run.
Right.
I think you might need to run on the VM.
Which I'm unwilling to do because I'm lame.
Wow. Why don't you have a VM is the real question.
Because I have SSH. I have friggin' putty, dude. Why have a VM when you could just log into a real machine?
Someone else is running that VM for you. I have a VM
basically.
whenever I need to run like old programs, basically. It's like really the main purpose of it.
Friggin' bootleg pirate Windows 98.
If you have I think if you have like a full version of like Windows 8, like Pro or whatever, then like, or Windows 7 Pro, like the VM, like you just get like a free copy of like Windows XP.
Friggin' DOSBox.
But Windows XP, they don't even like enforce like keys anymore. Apparently.
Well, yeah, because it's not under.
It's unsupported.
Yeah, it's unsupported.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of which, I'm pretty sure if you run XP on a computer at my school, because of that, they don't give you internet service.
Nice.
So like, this is unsafe. Upgrade your blasted operating system.
Yeah, I remember when I was in high school, everything ran on XP.
Yeah, same.
So I was like, well, like a like modded root, you know, to like super restrict like the user's ability, and yeah, I mean you probably had the same kind of system, I think.
Yeah, I mean I didn't really know much about the system because I didn't use the computers too often, but.
Yeah, but I mean like you had like restricted rights, like you couldn't just like log into the server. It's kind of funny because it's all part of like the same centralized database. So if you can like basically get around it, then you have like access to like all the data in the entire like system. It's really funny. Like there's a kind of stuff like this is like a big like a humongous security hole. It's like if you basically have a hot disk, which for people who don't know what that is, it's basically you have a disk with an operating system on it. Okay. Like it can be on like a USB drive or on an actual CD. Like Ubuntu can run off a CD.
Sure.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
oh, you could just access files from the other. Yeah.
You just log into like your own operating system. Doesn't have any of the user restrictions, but it can still connect to the network fine because it's the same computer.
Yeah.
And then you just have access to everything. You can just like go on and see the HSA scores and delete the exam or whatever. Yeah, like my brother said that he like did that by accident when he like just messing around. Like, oh, these are the HSA exams, huh? I could probably delete these if I wanted to. Really shouldn't. But it's like really silly, like how like crazy like insecure the systems are.
Yeah, that's because the people setting up friggin' school systems don't know crap about that kind of stuff.
So I don't know if you had this kind of system at your school, but they had like they had this thing where they basically have they have like a backdoor on all the machines, so that like the teacher can like screen watch everyone's screen.
Oh, we didn't have that, but I've been in classes here that have that. I've seen it before. I know what you're talking about.
I haven't seen it at Maryland. I haven't seen anything like that here. If it is there, I've never seen them use it. But they can watch you and they can lock you out of your computer or take control of it.
Oh, you know what? I think we did have that at my high school.
So, here's the deal though. If there's the thing is, if there's a connection problem, then basically that like connection has to be reinstantiated. So like what happens if you disconnect the internet cable from your computer, then you lose internet and obviously the machine can't see you anymore. So like you obviously have free roam, but you don't have internet now. But if you reconnect your internet, you have internet again. But the
Takes a while to boot.
software
Yeah.
doesn't see you unless they manually restart the connection. So they actually have to go to the computer and say like reconnect, and it's like most people don't even know how to do that. So like you usually like pretty much can just do whatever you want on the internet, just like unplugging and plugging the internet in. We've also had like
Amazing,
really
dude.
weird things like we're experimenting like unplugging and plugging the internet like during login, stuff like that. And like yeah, there's weird things, and we're able like to like get like log into the machine like with like tons of access. And it's like and also weird things.
What, it
And
was
so,
like didn't load the access like modifiers
yeah,
or
it was really screwed up, dude. And like we were like and then like a year or two like a year later, like when we're seniors, they start adding all these rules like saying like you're not allowed to touch the Ethernet cable. They explicitly said that. I'm like, yeah, no duh. Probably didn't help that we told people about that.
friggin' hackers, dude.
Yeah. No, dude. Systems are so insecure, and I definitely not even consider myself a script kiddie. It's like just like doing just like unplugging the internet, plugging it in kind of stuff.
Dude, this
like-
is why you're a friggin' speedrunner.
Crooked cart.
Christmas time is here by
Uh,
golly, disapproval.
Shoot.
It's. I found out there's some really cool stuff that was available that like no one ever used, like in the system. Like for example, you could create folders and share them with like specific people, or like groups
Sure.
of people. Like just any user. You're gonna say like, "Yo, I'm just gonna like share this with this user." The problem is all users are listed by their like
No, yeah, like
ID
the net
number or
ID.
whatever.
Yeah.
Which like you would have to guess from. So I was going around with like people and like trying to like say like
Dude,
just trying to get their user IDs so I can like share stuff with them, and people were really super hesitant for whatever reason. They would not give out their UID. It was like their social security number. I was like, there's nothing like secure about your user ID. It's just there shouldn't be anything I should be able to get from user ID. Like, but
yeah,
people were like,
without your password as well.
yeah, people were just like really strangely like.
Dude,
they
that
did
was
not
that was
want-
the thing that people used to do in my school is whenever someone forgot to log out, like in the class before you just like friggin' pack their desktop with like crap.
You
Or like
couldn't put-
delete their
you
friggin' like
couldn't
homework
put
and
anything on
stuff.
their desktop. I
You
don't
can
think
put
so.
stuff on your desk. We could.
No,
I
you
think we could set our
You
desktop
also couldn't,
backgrounds.
like change like your. You couldn't like change like any of your like preferences. So you couldn't even change your like desktop image or like default. But what you could do is that if you like just open up like a window, like like either like download a file and like right click it, or like on the internet, there's like a right click option is like set. as
Yeah,
desktop.
set his desktop. Yeah,
So they
dude.
didn't disable that, so you can set your desktop that way. But that was only temporary until you log out and then it's gone again.
Sure, sure.
But it was just kind of funny that they like left that hole in.
How would you even disable that, dude? I want to know.
Well, they like disable a shit ton of features, and they have like a different login system. So like obviously like the kernel is like special or crafted or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. That was like really silly, but yeah, I was like sharing. There's also I found out that there is a student like just like global student like share folder that like no one seemed to know about, and you can just put something in like a folder, and every student has like access to it, kind of thing. So you can make folders to share with individual people, and there's also like just by default one that just is with everyone.
Yeah.
And I used it a few times. They're like really weird. Like it's always like sharing things between like users that just like for whatever reason like no one seemed to really know anything about. And it was like not obvious use at all. You had to like dig for it.
Sure.
But I definitely distributed stuff that way too. I think I told you that my story about the flashing game thing.
I don't know.
Okay. So when there was a game dev class at my school, it was actually pretty good. It was basically imagine software dev class, but it's games specifically.
Sure.
So you go through the whole process, but everything's kind of like high school level.
Yeah.
You have the whole like planning, and then you have to get approved, and et cetera, and you have a team, and you make a game and present it. So like the same kind of Java gist.
That's cool.
And yeah, it was fun. So I took it, and then I ended up when I was taking C++ because of scheduling conflicts.
In high
That is-
school?
Yeah, in high school.
Okay.
These happen like every semester because our counselors are terrible. But like we had this weird thing where so I was in orchestra with one of my friends, and we were both in the C++ class, and they had this they had a scheduling conflict and they conflicted. Like they just randomly changed. They moved one of our classes around. Like I think they moved orchestra or something. So now like the class is like conflicted, and so they just make me drop it instead of something else. So instead I talked to the teacher and like we just went into her class at the time, like and just did C++. And so the class at that time was like game dev, the class I already took.
Oh.
So like so I had this weird thing. So I was in that class taking a different class at like the wrong time.
That's what I did in 8th grade.
Yeah. So
Friggin'.
but it was really interesting. So it was just him and I like in the corner doing our thing,
Mhm.
and
Mhm,
the
mhm.
thing is, class is super easy. So I think in like either the first or second week of class, we'd finished the entire semester work. So every class, we just sat there and played Flash games.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah, it was so good. I did the same thing in my intro like programming class too. But it was just by myself. But we were just sitting there just playing Flash games, and like it was awesome. And like every once in a while, the teacher would ask, like, "Oh, do you want to like help out my class?" But like you're in like would you like helping them with the game dev stuff since we've taken the class? And we're like, yeah, sure, we're not doing anything else. And like I remember once people were like just kind of going through game ideas, and they're using Game Maker, which is
That's cool.
yeah, it's a good 2D engine. But they like had no idea. Like most people there like are not programmers at all. Which
Sure.
are, like really rough. And we were kind of going in there and giving people tips and like how to use Game Maker and like ideas for games and things that they should like expand on, etc., etc. And we went by someone's room and they said like, oh, they did a screen that's just like the background it's just nothing but a back screen that just was flashing neon colors.
Beautiful.
And they said
dude.
like, and then I was like, I was like, that's a good game. It's like, yeah, the point of the game is to make the most annoying game possible. I'm like, really? It's like you can easily top that. So I showed them how to make the game much more annoying. So first of all, I think I put like elephants that flash different colors that just bounce around the screens, and, like various other like flashing, spinning things that just bounce around the screen like randomly. And then I made it so that it was automatically full screens. And
Yeah.
I disabled the
Escape key.
I disabled like the Control F4 escape, which is like an option you can do in games, like in applications in general. You can just disable
Yeah,
escape, and disable the ability to like make it unfull screen. So it just like when you run it as full screens and you can't close it. And the great
Control
thing is
delete,
normally you can just like task manager quit it and it's like no big deal, right?
Yeah.
Or like right click that and like but because of this school like changed the OS or whatever, you can't open the task manager. So there's no way to force fit a program. So once it opens, the only thing you can do is like shut the computer down. So what I did was I stuck this on the student like shared folder. And then I just like went around at like different people's computers and just opening it up on like a whole bunch of computers. And the teacher, oh my god, she was flipping out. She was like, "There's like a virus spreading around the room and we can't." And she calls like that IT guy and come in, and I was just like, "All right, well, I'm just gonna delete this off the student shares." And just not say anything. It was fucking amazing. She was like going crazy though. The stupid thing is that I know that like everything you do is logged. So like they would know if they looked,
Yeah.
like if they knew what the program was running, then they could just see that I put it on there and deleted it. Because that's on my user. The
Yeah.
problem is like they didn't know what program was running. So even if I put it on there and delete it, they had no idea. They wouldn't be able to trace it unless they looked really hard and figure out like which users it was opened on.
Yeah.
So, pretty amazing.
It's a good story, dude.
Yeah. I made a few like stories in the game dev class, but that one was like really memorable. Someone just like flashed me in chat, says you can't use a test runner, and something that was totally out of context, and I do not understand.
Who's chat?
Miles chat.
Huh.
I don't know why I was Nick Flash that, because I haven't said anything in chat like since I joined Mumble.
Maybe they're watching my stream too. And they're trying to talk to you because they know you're looking at that chat,
Oh,
not
I
mine.
think he was talking to someone called Test Addict or Test Addict or something.
And you did the tab complete.
Yeah, that must be it.
Dude, friggin' Twitch chat, like, default Twitch chat has friggin' tab complete usernames now.
Yeah.
It's actually been there for a while. I've never used it though, because I don't usually
I never used it either. Yeah.
call people by name. Well, you don't use default Twitch chat anyway. Or do you?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, Better Twitch TV's like been like constantly broken for a while.
Just IRC, dude.
Dude, high school like pure science classes were like awesome. I had like a great time in high school, honestly. I didn't get like any real work done. I'm trying to think of any like other like really great computer. I know there was a bunch. I'm just like having trouble like remembering.
Yeah, that's how it goes, dude.
Yeah.
It's been a long time, if you think about it. It's been a pretty long time.
I don't know, I just remember being like really memorable because it was something that wouldn't normally be a problem, but like the system basically backfired on itself.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's pretty spectacular.
yep.
So yeah, I told you I took Calc 3 in high school, but it was basically just an online class. So we had that in a computer lab, and basically my teacher was like, you know, if you wanted, because it basically the way it went was besides the quizzes, we just got homework and you could work on that in class, or you could work on that at home or whatever. So I mean, if you wanted to just sit on the computers and play Flash games during class, then you know, he didn't even care, because, you know, he'd basically just be like, you know, it's on you. If you don't get your homework in on time, it's completely your fault. Dude, I'm bad.
Oh, dude. So, okay, that computer science teacher that we had in high school.
Mhm.
So she like treated everyone like elementary kids, which was like really frustrating. And she had like a very strict no cursing rule, which is
Okay.
like high school, like okay, fine. It's like really weird, but she like treated us kids, and so she put a sign up like on the wall, like no cursing zone. And so for the game tab, everyone gets to make their teams, and like you get to make your team name. So there's a couple really awesome team name pitches. The first one was someone named their team Fire Truck,
I get it, dude.
which she shot down. She didn't accept it. I thought it was a great name.
Why?
There's nothing wrong with fire trucks. She did not like. She is not amused. But then someone else did an even better name. They made their name the Cursing Zone. And so the sign said no cursing zone. So she's like, well, I guess we just have to leave.
Amazing. Dang it, dude. I'm getting some crazy frame issues. Sometimes. Yeah, don't worry about it. This would happen anyway, let's be honest.
Yeah. Speaking of math, my math teacher when I took Calc 1, he would always say like his like catchphrase thing. He was a really interesting guy. He was like really bizarre, but he would always like his like one of the things he would always say was he like had this like tone of voice, always like speaking off into some like really like philosophical and like all that and like that kind of stuff. And one of the things he would always say is like, when you're done with this class, you're gonna know all math. And he like wave his hands around like a rainbow. It was like really weird.
Amazing.
Yeah, he was a really silly guy. He had some like really interesting. And my stats professor, we had these weird like projects. So when I took stats in high school, it was like a million times harder than when I took stats in college. And I was really mad that AP stat didn't count towards like
yeah, that
stat.
sucks, dude.
Cause like when I took it in like college, okay, so this is a little like off note, but like, when I took it in college, I went into.
I think you told me this, but yeah.
I think I've told you this story. Yeah, I was on the final. I brought the wrong notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I still got like 100% on the exam. It was like really stupid. But that aside, like in stats we had some interesting projects. Like one of them was we had to make paper airplanes, and like we did like a competition. It was like more of like an engineering thing, and so we just like did different like we all just like flew our airplanes like some number of sample times and
Yeah.
did statistics on it. The thing is, most of the class was was real, like it wasn't about probability. We did like some time probability, but the class was mainly about statistics. So it was mostly about like gathering, like making sure, like how can you verify whether statistics are like basically good, that you can actually like what kind of things are you allowed to say, like what are valid stuff and what can't you say about it. Like it was actually really useful, but it was less about like the math behind the class. Like we did the math, but since computers can like do all the math, it was more about like what you're like actually allowed to like say about the math. So it was like actual statistics. It was a really useful class, but it meant
Well,
because
that's what they test in the AP test as well.
Yeah, the class was mostly writing. It was like a shit
Yeah,
ton of
yeah,
writing.
yeah, exactly. That was
Well, I
the
did in-
same.
Yeah, when I did it in college, it was like a waste of time. But it was like really interesting. And like I think for statistics, we also had to do a project. We had to do a term project that we had the whole semester work on, and we can work in groups. And like it was just to do basically some statistical like study, or either a study or a survey or something like that.
I feel like we had to do that too, but I don't remember actually doing it.
Yeah. I don't think it's like required by the class. It's just
No, it's not, but
yeah.
I don't remember what I did for that. It must not have been
I
very
remember what I did
interesting.
because like I remember at the beginning of the semester we got a survey. So we basically like got a survey saying like if people had basically computers that they use at home, they had like word processor and stuff like that. Basically kind of getting a feel like for if people had that kind of stuff at home, whether or not they needed more of them at school and stuff like that. And they did a study and they did like a survey out, and then I was like commenting on how like it was actually a really bad study and like had like tons of bias and bad interpretations. So I was like, you know, I kind of feel like I'll just do one of my own and like just do another one and then like basically present it to the school.
Yeah.
And they basically like they're fine with basically like a lot of kids don't have that kind of stuff at school, and that like most people need to rely on like school computers. And I did a study and it was like complete opposite basically. And basically like there are people who don't have it, but almost everyone has like Word and stuff at home, and they like don't like come to school to use computers really, and that like they shouldn't be like focusing too much on that kind of money like expenditures.
Mhm.
And they like completely ignored my like a thing just because I'm a student.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the faculty like administration like completely ignored the kids. It was like terrible in school.
Rest in peace.
All the school clubs had to be sponsored by a teacher. Like, you couldn't have a student organized club, even though there was a lot of clubs that were just like in like whatever description of club is that it's student organized. For example, like National Honor Society, which I don't know if you're- is like
I
it's
think I know.
student organized, but it had to be sponsored by a teacher. So the teacher was just like a figurehead on the
Yeah. Yeah, like the name.
yeah, but didn't actually like ever show up and do anything at all. So like it was really frustrating though, because like a lot of administration would only talk to the teacher sponsor and like ignore whenever like for example the head of the club would show up. It was like really frustrating. I don't know.
That Black Flag though.
I like your rank was 6, 7, 8, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Nice. What is this freaking Naruto, dude? I gotta get back to reset, dude. Dude, this is friggin' Pirates of the Caribbean. Dude, you remember I got to reset in this and I'm like, is this like reset like the credits to Okami? Like completely joking, and that's exactly what it was. Well, not exactly, but I mean that's what it was, dude. That's what it is.
Man, I didn't realize that. I think my first programming, like formal programming class I ever took was in high school, and then the only programming class they like offered was Visual Basic. And I remember doing things similar where I did like all the work in the first like 2 weeks and then just like flash games. Because the class is like so piss easy, like at the high school level. There's like not any point of taking it at all. It's like a complete waste of time. And but I don't remember anything. I don't remember any any Visual Studio at all.
Yeah, me neither.
Like I think most stuff I did was like form stuff. And
Oh yeah, dude. You
You can do
freaking
that.
like drag your buttons onto the thing and be like, yo.
yeah, I think that's really like the big thing about Visual Studio is like all the form stuff.
Yeah,
And
it
it's, like,
was-
it's an event driven.
yeah.
But I think it's like you can do forms in any,
Java, dude. Freaking
You
Java
totally-
applet. Yeah.
No, dude, the Java IDE like the form is horrible. Like that's one of the big things about Visual Visual Studio is that like the IDE for like creating forms is actually like really nice.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's like the big thing about that IDE over like any other IDE. So like, but you can do forms in like any of the Visual Studio languages. So you can do like in C. It, like totally works.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't understand the I don't know what Visual Studio is anymore. Like, it's like what is it? Apparently it's a terrible language, but I don't even know what it is anymore.
Yeah. Who knows, dude?
Yeah.
It's a language that you teach kids in high school so they can get a feel for programming.
Dude, honestly, this is like I'm totally serious. Like, I think probably the best language to teach people would be like Game Maker.
Freaking Game Maker, dude.
It's a really good place to start, particularly since you can start with like drag and drop. So you
Yeah,
just like
friggin-
start by learning like logic,
Yep.
and then like after that you can move on to like programming. Because I think a lot of people just get daunted by just like the idea of just programming with things and like.
I
yeah,
haven't
like,
actually looked too much into it, but there's a website called code.com which has stuff like that where you're basically learning how to program without even knowing it, you know?
nice.
And they have like a bunch of educational things like that where it's like not really programming languages, but it's like the concepts are
Yeah,
like in
yeah.
these like kind of embedded in these things.
Yeah. The also nice thing about Game Maker is obviously, you know, you're also making games.
Exactly. So it's that exactly, it's that kind of thing where it's like you're doing something fun.
Yep. I actually always like it when teachers, when their projects are actual like game stuff.
Yeah.
It's like pretty cool. Like, even though it's kind of like trivial whether or not it's a game or not, it's like always kind of like more interesting what it is. I remember, I think I told you about this, but when I took a game theory, all our projects were like a tournament competition, where like basically everything is about basically like game tree search stuff, things like that,
Yeah.
or just like basically like logical reasoning on like what your opponent's gonna do and try to make a move based on what you think they're gonna do, based on what they think that you think that they think are gonna do, etc., etc. So it's like you just had to write a program and they're just all pitted against each other, and like your grade and like on the project was dependent on like how well you did against everyone else's project.
Kill me. That's not even Black Flag. What is that, dude? That has a name. I just got something weird, but it's not gonna show up because FFR.
Yeah, that was like really cool. That's like a thing. I had fun.
Dang. I'm gonna refresh this page one more time, and we're gonna see
On
my...
average.
Yeah, dude. It has a name. I don't know what it's called. I think it might just be called an average flag.
An average flag?
No, I think that's like the technical name for it. Real talk.
I just listed SDG.
Well, of course it is. So is an Omni flag, apparently. Dude, I can, like, literally feel... As I was playing that song, I literally felt myself, like, slipping out of conscious. I was like... Half a second, I was like, I think I fell asleep for half a second. So, I should go to sleep, was the point of that. Even though I would like to hit the 50 AAAs. Dude, I'm gonna play... No, I don't want to play Excite Bike 2 times, because that's just not nice. That's not okay. I can't AAA 2 more songs in 10 minutes. I'm out of easy, short songs.
You can do it.
What a rock. But these are all so long. Classical. Secret? No, that's 12. Purchase? No. Hip hop? Oh, God. Skill. Legacy. Legacy. 2 minutes. Alright, dude. Legacy. Legacy cheats, though, because Legacy is literally garbage. These things are not timed. Like, the way that most of these Legacy songs were made was someone sat down and, like, played the song and it recorded their inputs, and that is the step chart. So if they messed up, that mistake is now in the step chart for all eternity. Or if their timing wasn't, like, perfect, which of course it wasn't. I'm a fourth of the way, dude. Dude, getting AAAs on Legacy songs is also really good because it, like, drops your rank really fast. Because the way that the ranks are well, one of the ways, god dang it, the ways the ranks is calculated is you've got, so you've got a rank on every song, right? It takes your average rank and then ranks you based on that.
What the heck? Apparently, like, just recently at Maryland, someone robbed a police delivery guy, like, at gunpoint.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like a police guy just delivering pizza and then gets his pizza stolen from him.
Dang. Wait, did you just say police guy or pizza guy?
Pizza guy.
Oh, I heard police guy, like,
Oh,
all 3
sorry.
times you said it, so I was a little confused.
I meant pizza. Dude, I'm tired too. It's 1 a.m.
Yeah, I'm on a trip to the moon. Please try to catch me if you can. That's the lyrics of this song right now. Oh, that was a really late note. Thank you, Step Chart creator.
This song is hard to look at without any music. Notes are just so far apart.
It's rank 1, dude. Literally level 1 difficulty.
It seems like rank 2 or 3 would be easier than this.
It's not very consistent, dude. I've played rank 55 songs that are, like, as hard as rank 35 songs, so who knows. I honestly... I don't know what goes into it, honestly. I think it's automatically ranked. There's, like, some way that it, like... No, dude.
You missed one, didn't you?
Yeah. I can only try this song one more time. I have 5 minutes to get 2 AAAs. I need to find, like, really short songs that are, like, under, like, 5 difficulty. And Legacy is probably a bad place to go because it's so easy to get it good because the timings are bad. Also, if I get frame rate issues, it's like instant fail. Real good. Dude, I want to say if you go into my profile, though, you'll find that I've missed 0 notes. Dude, I should just play Submission Rules. That's obviously the easiest AAA of all time. Dude, this frame rate is literally terrible. It's bothering me quite a bit. It's worrying me because I have to rely on the music for the timing.
By the way, I was asking for ZFG about my color picker problem. I haven't worked on on the plasma stuff at all.
Yeah, I
since
know.
we had that. And he didn't really seem to know.
Huh. That's unfortunate.
I can probably talk on the Christ. He might know, but I was just like, what the hell?
Okay, that's one. I got. Oh god, dude, I have no time. Oh no, dude, I don't want to do Excite Bike. I really don't.
Do it.
I'm not that low. How long is this? Down tempo hip hop. What the heck does that mean? It's a minute and a half long, dude. I have 2 shots at it. It's gonna be terrible, and I don't even care. It's probably gonna mute my VOD too. Well, my VOD was long ago muted. Rest in peace, all the conversations. Thank you, Flash Revolution. Shoot, dude, this has got some rhythm to it. I don't know what I meant by that.
Same.
I think I meant that I'm likely to screw something up. Yeah, dude. Oh, shoot, why am I retrying this? No, it's not gonna happen unless this is the AAA. Do or die, dude.
That good.
Dude. Are you kidding me? It's over, dude. It's over. I got 49 goods or 49 AAAs today. That's all there is to it.
Try one more time.
I don't have time because it'll be past
Just
the end
do
of the
it.
day. It doesn't matter, dude. I can't. I just took a print screen. It's embedded in all time.
Fine.
Freaking Excite Bike has been played 85 times today. Pink Fluffy Unicorns Dancing on Rainbows has been played a number of times today. I wonder, do I have that unlocked? I ought to. No, actually, I might not. Oh, I have it, dude. Pink Fluffy Unicorns Dancing on Rainbows. Hold on, I need to...
Good song.
Have you heard it before?
Nope.
Oh, alright, that's pretty good. Alright, here we go. Pink Fluffy Unicorns Dancing on Rainbows.
If only I could hear it.
You can hear it, dude.
No, I can't.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's actually hilarious, so...
I'll take a word for it.
Actually, who cares, dude? I just want the full combo. Okay, I care if the frame rate drops, though. Dude, I also care if I'm terrible.
T260G. I do not understand.
Unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
Let's test your knowledge and see what you've learned so far. What color are the unicorns? Pink! They're pink. Where are they dancing? Rainbow! Please use one word to describe the texture of their magical fur. Smile! Yeah!
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy
Lyrics too strong.
unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy 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 unicorns dancing on rainbows.
Nice. Dude, why didn't I get this 3 minutes ago? God dang it. Oh, dude, server time is... No! Dude, I'm in first place with 1 AAA today.
I'm sorry.
You know what you're gonna dream about now, dude. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Yeah, I unlocked the punk version for passing that. Hold on, I need to open up friggin' Paint before I accidentally copy paste something else. No, dude, we can... Okay, so where is that? I think it's in secret. Yeah, no. Where is it? Skill token? I don't know where it's at, dude. I think it's in here somewhere. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Punk fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows, excuse me. I'm actually probably going to quit this song before I finish it because I'm going to get a really bad score on it because it's actually hard compared to what I've been playing. God. Friggin' hands, dude.
Let's learn!
Yeah, okay, that's enough of that. I just like the part where he's like, let's learn, and everyone's like, no! Friggin' amazing, dude. Alright, Pink Fluffy Unicorns Dancing on Rainbows, AAA. Good end to the night, I would say. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm gonna cut the stream. You'll probably
Thanks for
see
the
me
stream.
again once the tournament starts or whatever, so we can I guess I'll stream the songs as long as the stream lag doesn't get to me too bad. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys around.